turned everybody into crazy hoarders in the States. Somebody saw it on the news that people were hoarding toilet paper and just assumed that that's a problem here too. 2020 is going to forever be known as the great toilet paper shortage. It's ridiculous. Yeah, right? I'm sorry, I'm still wiping my ass with fucking 3-ply. I went to Save On and I bought a 12-pack for the same price as it always is. It's like, I don't understand why you guys are just ripping out Walmart and Costco. Go to the dollar store, buy some tissues. God.
It's like the scene in Step Brothers where Wolfgar runs out of toilet paper and he has to use his bath mat.
There's much better things for me to hoard during an apocalyptic event. Ammunition.
Yeah.
Ammunition will get me food, toiletries, everything I need. As long as I got bullets for my gun, your stuff is mine.
Sometimes you don't even need bullets.
Ah, just
need a gun.
Just talking a 12 gauge in a hallway will make people poop themselves. There's the toilet paper again.
You just take off your back. Here you go.
Collect people together. If you can protect a bunch of people, then you got a team. That means you've got a society. Right now you're running from building to building, but one day you'll have more than one building, and then you've got the city again. Civilization is born.
Me and one of the builders that I did work for have been in talks. And
About your post-apocalyptic plan.
Oh, his father has
Dude.
his whole place is off the grid. It's all solar ready. Me and Sean have the guns, and he's got the food stash. So we're all he's giving me the address, and if shit goes south, I'm just going there to defend that property. Because if you've got guns, that's great, but what if 10 guys with guns come at your house?
Yeah.
You're fucked, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not even just that. If you're going to the post-apocalyptic mode, you need shelter, food,
I just need
clothing,
A bicycle.
and
No, you know what
transportation.
you need? Well, you need to be able to power something. Like you want to be able to, like they're still going to be broadcasting on very basic UHF what's going on in the world, right? So you're definitely going to want to have the ability to listen to that.
Yeah. And probably on shortwave radios.
And the ability to produce your own power.
Yeah.
Some sort of alternator.
That's why I say solar with a nice big
Well,
battery.
that's why you have the bicycle.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
slaves to ride. Trying to charge my
Always-
phone, asshole.
I just always be
The slaves are home children.
You're so charismatic, we'll just start a cult.
There you go. That's
Honestly,
that's
I
the
think we're in due time for a good new cult. It's been a minute
We're
since
due
the
for a
last
new
one.
plague is what it is.
Also, that too. I was reading somewhere where it's like
What are
every
you talking about? We are having a plague currently.
This is a
century.
flu with a little bit of a twist.
It is a virus.
Let me tell you the economic
With
issues that's
4
going on
times the
because of
mortality
this.
rate? 6 times or something like that?
Like,
I don't know.
okay, negative sales at my company, cruise ships canceling, it's coming back on it's like, the people dying is not as big of an issue
I know.
as like the money.
But
Like
the
my
wet
company
wet
is
and fucking
freaking out. I work in
blockades
marketing
Yeah.
for a cruise company, so it's coming down on us.
Mhm.
Like,
Really,
you
can I
gotta
borrow
help
your
us
fire?
sell.
Yeah, it totally.
Yes.
We need you to spin this in a good way.
And it's gotten so bad that like my company
I,
sends out weekly
I
emails,
brought a
Yeah.
couple
and
of
like I'm a
joints.
graphic designer and
Couple of-
support.
Pinned our
Like
juniors.
we're not putting cruises in our stuff anymore. It's so bad.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the first time.
I saw like plane tickets to Hong Kong are like $1,000 now, and like a couple weeks ago they were only like 500.
But
You know
like,
what? Give
but
it
you
like
can
another
get a
month and it'll be
suite
gone
on
like
a Royal
SARS.
Caribbean ship right now for
They're
under
like,
$500.
Shipping happened SARS. It was
Those
panic.
suites
SARS.
normally
Yeah.
are like
Anthrax.
$3,000.
Take anthrax.
But they're like they want people to go
Yeah.
on, go
People
on
like,
and save
oh,
the
God.
cruise.
Let's be
I'm
honest.
sorry.
This was
The
this was
media makes it
created.
worse than it is.
It's like a
And then
breeding
you
ground.
have you look
Yeah.
like
Just
time-wise,
travel in general,
it's
it's
just
like
gonna dissipate.
People freak out like, oh, I'm gonna catch corona. It's like, no, you're not. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't travel.
Yeah, I cheat my nails.
Like
I think I had an early
my
version of it.
coworker's mom, she's half Danish. Her mom's in Denmark visiting her family, and they have to land in Germany. And they're like, I don't know because
You wanna do
Germany
that?
has an outbreak,
And Italy's
and
locked. Yeah, Italy's
people
locked
are getting
down.
quarantined coming in from Germany now. And she's like, is my mom gonna get quarantined?
I like that Switzerland was having a reduction in the amount of infections despite the lack
That's
of a
because the
quarantine
Swiss
order.
are terrified of each other.
Well, they'll just
They're the
they'll
people who
just
do
I was
the
gonna
running
say,
their bus station. I'm
because
gonna
they're
be here, and the other
maintaining
person
the
winning the bus
quarantine.
station is like probably about 10 meters away.
Really?
They do not like talking to each other.
No, I
You
was
don't even
reading
need to,
somewhere
like,
where it's like
eye
every
contact.
century has its like plague, and it's
Yeah.
always in the 20s.
Yeah.
It's like
1920.
we're set for it. Yeah, 1920s is like the bird flu and Great Depression. 1820s is
Bubonic plague.
bubonic
Yeah.
plague,
Bubonic,
black
yeah.
plague. Yeah,
Black shits.
now
wants
it's,
this?
now it's Corona.
Where's this going?
Well, if not to those guys, then back to
I'm
me.
going back to you.
Join the circle.
Um,
Can I-
Do drugs. Come on.
All
It's
the
the cool
all the
thing.
thing now.
Peer
There's
pressure,
only
peer
4
pressure.
people, right?
Yeah, there's the 4 of us. Just the 4 of us.
For best friends that
Oh, friends. What's that fucking Family Guy song? It was when Joe was trying to throw himself off the Niagara Falls.
Yo, somebody want to send me up? Show
Get 'em
business. It's
framed.
important, goddammit. I mean, it's important to me.
Well, that counts for something.
Duels.
Yes.
I'm fine.
I'm good for now. Later. We'll rehash.
It is a hash plan.
Ghostbusters.
Is it?
Is this from?
Like ages ago.
I thought it might have been from like McDonald's or something.
That is an original.
It's
I'll have you know.
Oh, but it's Ghostbusters 2 though. Sounds good.
That is true.
Shit movie.
Right. I mean, it's just not the original, but I wouldn't say it's shit.
No.
It's not like The Crow 2 or
To be
something.
fair, I haven't seen like
To be
the
fair.
newest Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not that.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that was that. So.
That's just like wasn't.
Oh
good.
shit! I'm still using this, aren't I? I still have tables to place, decorations.
How's your boo boo?
It is well.
You got a boo boo?
I
Yes,
went down to
sir.
the hospital. I was like, hey, you guys want to carve into me? And they're like, sure, that's what we do. I was like, sweet, let's get on it. So they did so, and it was great. You know, we bonded. And at the end of it, I had a hole and some stitches. So, you know,
Yeah, he posted his shit on his fucking
I totally did.
storyline.
Of course I
and
did.
I was like, what the fuck? He's laying there and he's just like happy, and then suddenly it's like onto the wrist, and his wrist is just open.
Open.
What were you doing?
Just like it's a 2D size length and like 3/8 of an inch wide, just open. And
You
it's
know,
like,
they do that in a lightning bolt so that it closes up, and as it closes up, the skin pulls together, so it's less of a scar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I learned something there, and you all did too.
There you go.
at least that's what they tell you when the person doing the slicing actually fucking like,
That's what-
rushes
Actually,
fast.
it was funny watching him. He's
Chew!
like,
We do this on purpose.
Yeah.
you know, and it looked like he was kind of drawing it, and I was like, "What are you doing? It's kind of like artistry over there." You know, he doesn't tell me the lightning bolt thing until after. What was that?
Those like scalpels are so sharp, literally like cutting through
Dude,
butter.
so my lung collapsed. I was 24 years old, and I just had this fucking chest pain. I'm like, oh, this hurts. I went for a smoke. That didn't fix it. So my mom takes me to the hospital, and they start questioning me like I'm a drug addict, which was awkward. And then they decide that I have a collapsed lung. Cool, good story. So I'm in. They're like wheel me around to a different room, and this big black guy grabs my arm and just shoves it up above my head
Oh, that's
and holds it there. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
thanks, that's cool. And then they put this white milky stuff into me, and I start feeling a little blah. But then I hear the nurse go, doctor, I'm not really sure where to make the incision. And that's when I just black right out. I'm like, well, woke up and I could breathe again, but holy.
Yeah.
You never want to hear those as your last words before you go
Yeah.
unconscious is, I don't know where to make the incision.
Dude, actually,
This isn't a vasectomy, get out
when
of
I
here.
got fucking hernia there fixed up, I came out of it, and it's true, right? They drug you, and it's like count backwards. You don't fucking make it to one.
You don't know.
Point being is you're out like a light, you wake up and something's happened and you feel all lost and kind of perturbed like the intro to fucking Crank. And then you regain consciousness and you're looking over at the nurse who's like, how you feeling? You're like, I'm alive. But you think about it, like, if you went to Mexico and they took your liver, that's what it's like, you know,
Yeah.
but ice cubes in a bathtub.
Yeah, like, what? I'm alive, but what?
In
Yeah.
the burrow, you know, like,
Yeah.
what the shit? So that's a scary thought. Replace
My heart's
modern
still beating.
hospital with, and that's what it's like. So I'm like, shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and as much as I've heard that the dentistry in Mexico is cheap, I wouldn't fucking go down there and have somebody.
Guys got you out on a table. So you go to the gas
Yeah.
You'd go out.
Yeah, 100 shots.
Knowing my luck, he'd be like, "Oh, I forgot something. I'll be right back." He leaves. They gas the whole fucking room, and I wake up without a kidney. Right?
They wouldn't waste the gas.
Oh, it doesn't take much.
That's my point, really.
Just knock you out with a brick.
Okay, fair.
Save some money.
We're gonna give you the gas. Like,
Oh, that was a gas.
Yeah, they distract you with the mask as another one.
oh crap! Let's hit you again.
Wake up.
Big weld on your head. Oh crap!
Oh, good. I did save a version with you guys on there. Oh no, there's the. Alright, so we got you and you. No, you're not there. Oh no, you're there, but you're not there.
I am there.
No, you're there.
Can't make
You're
it
there?
mine.
You're there, yeah. And then you're there. No, you're there. You're there. You're there.
Why do these guys all have the same name?
Shit, I never put the rubber cement on this one.
They're all called You're There.
Michael Baldwin, Bruce. Michael Baldwin, Bruce. Michael Baldwin, Bruce. And Michael Baldwin, Bruce.
Doctor.
Yeah, doctor.
Who's this one? That was you?
That's me.
That's you. It goes up. With that, we bring the camera around.
Pain.
Get our legs up. Shazam. And you're fine.
What happened?
That's very nice. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Dungeons & Dragons here at my garage. With my fantastic plethora of personalities that make up my playership, we shall continue another episode whereupon we have adventure. We have, stop, Sarah. Combat galore, I assure you.
There you are.
But moreover, spirits of the damned, zombies, and the undead. Oh, goodness. So many secrets lie before you as you delve into the Bellendorn Library. Having arrived here in search of missing volumes to a scripture known as the Firelight, a collection of scriptures said to be written by the children of the Morden Salmon, that is, children of Moradin, the dwarven head of the dwarven pantheon of gods. As if that wasn't clear already. With that, you guys find yourself here in this space. If anybody would care to take up the reins and explain what happened last session.
Don't everybody go at once.
We went into the Belladorn library to look for... What are we looking for? The Firelight manuscripts?
Indeed you were.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I like that term. It was. I didn't call them manuscripts.
I forgot what you called them, and I was like, I think that's it. We had a couple encounters along the way going up the steps. Met up with some zombies. Pulled the rock stone down, the hidden switch that we still don't know what it did yet.
And where did you pull that? That was
right up at the top of the cabin, right there.
That's right. That was right.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. We set up a corral type thing to fight a White Walker in some shiny chrome armor, which I want to know more about later. Killed all the baddies and took a short rest. Did we take a short rest at the end there?
I feel like you guys did.
Yeah, we did. We did, yeah, that's true. Anyone else wanna fill in the gaps?
That's about the cool.
I think that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, like would any of us know maybe who this White Walker was in the past, like from our generation? Maybe he's like leader of the party that like got
this sat here, and Buddy snuck in behind. There was a lever on the wall. He lowered it. This disappeared into the ground.
Into the
sure
ground.
did.
What was it exactly?
Just a giant,
Is it
rough-hewn slab of onyx.
Onyx.
Yeah. Highly reflective.
Black, just fucking night.
And dusty as fuck.
There weren't
Yes,
like,
you
there weren't
said.
like any
There's not a lot of
fingerprints or
airflow in
handprints?
here.
There weren't
No,
any, nobody
it's pretty
investigated
stale.
it?
Not really, no. You snuck in behind it, found the lever. That was it.
It's
Put it away.
Oh yeah, it's flooded. That's a good point.
Could the lever
Just
go
send
back?
it, just send it.
Could the lever be turned the other way and it comes back up?
That's an excellent question.
'Cause
I don't think did we try that?
No, you did
We
not.
did not try that.
What if it's blocking the water passage? Because it is flooding.
I'm hoping that like is it continuing to go up?
It's like a suicide.
Oh, the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. You guys did short rest. That's right.
Oh,
So
fuck. So it's probably higher.
it's filled the basin in here, and it's muddy, silty water
Okay.
that's filled all the way up just past these stairs.
Okay.
So the whole front entryway is now flooded in.
I wanna do we wanna try to go
back and see
go
if
back
that
and,
rock
and
does something.
see if that does anything? I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
blocking the water
I
down.
feel like it's if we bring it up, all the water's probably gonna go down but flood the lower caverns. If there is any.
Where's the water right now? It's blocking this little.
It's up to this entrance, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's
We came in.
one of those cool edgeless
Mhm.
fucking swimming pools right now.
What
Except
time?
it's underground, so.
Yeah, so your view is more cave, but it's still edgeless. Like you can't tell where the water goes.
That's fair.
What's the time frame? How long have we been in here, and what time is it?
About an hour and maybe an hour and a half ish. This is your hour-long rest plus like a 30-minute give or take.
So what time would it be?
It was about 4 o'clock when you went in here, so it's still just about twilight evening.
So yeah, I guess it depends if it's
Not
raining or
twilight,
not.
sorry,
It's
just
the
evening.
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say let's try lifting that rock up again and see if something happens.
Yeah. Let's try that and see if the water starts going down.
Yeah.
I'll be the I'll be the
I'll go back and fix it.
Yeah.
I think Gustav's passive perception.
13, I believe.
I'll stay up there.
I
and
will
guard.
check.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get the doors.
As you make your way down the stairs, you hear some lapping in the water.
Wait, we don't have. You're the gold one.
I am.
Oh, right, never mind. We got
got
bulldog too. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the one with the broken axe. Like, it always
12
looks like-
actually for perception.
Okay, you still hear the lapping of the water.
Okay.
Sorry, you're heading down as well.
So
as
don't like
yourselves.
dunk my foot in it.
What's your passive perceptions?
Cool.
Mine 11.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
No passive. Oh, you're stuck.
Passive. Shit. See?
I think
That's why
we're
I don't
all.
get
I think
high.
we're all 12. No, you're 10.
Okay.
We're
You said you were stealthing? Well, no stealthing?
yeah, as best as he can.
Did you roll it? You rolled it, didn't you?
No one touched the water. No one. Don't touch.
I rolled it
don't
because
touch
I
the
wasn't
water.
thinking about passive versus like you asked me anyway.
No, fair enough. Did you want to roll stealth though? I'm asking legit.
These arms.
Do you want to you just want
Yeah, I
to
may as well try and fucking be as sneaky as a big dumb wolf can be. With a, what do I need?
I just add your. You're just rolling for stealth, really, so add your bonus to it. It's just general stealth. Alright. You clank your way down the stairs. It's not too stealthy that. But you, you make your way down, hugging the wall, I guess. I don't know. It's not
Trying
really
to be
stealthy.
quiet, but my shield is going always rocks the whole way down. It's like nails in a chalkboard.
Just hitting the backs of your legs as you go by, like, as you walk.
Alright, so you guys descend downwards. Oh, shit. Fuck. Banged it against me. Anyway, Angersal looks over towards everybody, says nobody touched the water. As the camera pans from the water over towards all of you guys, there's ripples in it from the water flow outside. You guys can clearly hear the rain pounding just on the outside, spattering hard against. It sounds like the light thunderous sound of a distant herd. Look at there. As a lot of you situate yourselves at the edge here, who does what?
I just kind of want to look around and
Bouncing up
see.
top.
I just kind of want to assess the remnants of our fight down here. Like, are all the bodies still there? Like, is anything
The
different?
bodies are, they're kind of like listlessly floating in the water.
Oh, okay, so the water's up enough to kind of like push them around.
One of them kind of bobs violently in the water for a moment.
All right, let's. Do you want to flip this switch?
Yeah. That seemed to be a general consensus. Is
Yeah.
flip that switch, bring the rock back up. Maybe
Alright,
take a
strong
closer
people.
look at it.
Want to maybe inspect it?
This thing's from outside of the ground, but you guys pull the lever again, the hatchway opens up. I'm assuming you guys move over there.
Yeah.
Again, gracefully.
Right.
Yeah.
The slab of stone grinds up into position and locks itself afterwards.
Are we seeing any difference with the water
It's-
yet?
yeah. Anything
Yeah, is
about
this
it?
rock wet now?
Actually,
yeah,
you know
that's
what?
a good
It
question.
is, as a matter of fact. As it comes up, there's even a bunch of seaweed caught against the bottom of it. A bunch of moss wet now.
What's the water down here doing? Is it changing
It's
the
just
level?
slightly rippling at the door's entrance there. There's a light that you can see.
We don't hear like
the
just the flushing noise.
right.
Like you're draining the bathtub.
Yeah, right. No, unfortunately, there's nothing like that.
Okay.
It might be slow, but it's not.
One of the bodies bumps against the stairs here as it floats around idly.
A watermelon on a deck. Just his head.
Just slightly dragging against the stick.
Is it
You
just
watch as it violently gets pulled off the stairs again, and then bobs.
So there's some
listlessly
current
in the
going
water.
on down here, boys.
Yeah.
Is what's happening. How high up is this, or how tall is this rock to begin with?
The rock itself is about 7 feet tall.
And the water line?
The water line behind you is gaining.
No, not this. The water
Oh,
line.
on the rock.
on the
yeah.
rock. Good question, actually. If we're judging from the first story there, yeah, it's completely soaked.
Completely so?
Yeah.
Oh, do we don't have any
It
cast.
was like Dunkin' and Oreo.
Yeah.
Dirty fucking milk.
Oh, I don't suppose you have shape water.
Shape water.
No, I have Mulder.
Oh, okay.
I have the.
You're an earthbender, not a waterbender.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like the water opened up a passage, but I don't know.
What's the representation of the blue tiles on the other side of the stairs?
This is just a sloped hallway.
Yeah, that one. The other two.
Oh, these ones? These are, there's a little set of cubbies here, basically, is what's going on. This is open, though, and if I remember, I had statues in there, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, there might have, yeah,
There's
there's
a
the
chest
two
and,
big
like,
statues, yeah.
Jars.
Jars.
Yeah, what am I missing? Yeah.
Well, see, now I don't even know the whole story.
Right, because there
Start
is,
over.
there was, what did
Holdings are
what did
Oh,
we,
no,
we got
that's
the
what the boxes
quills
are for,
right
shit.
up here, the
Yeah.
quills, and what else do we get up here? Just like writing shit,
Yeah.
useless. I mean, like, the pens don't even work. And then this was all the guys, his armor, the tapestry, and the 3 books.
Bones,
His
yeah.
deeds, yeah. the
There was a
3 tomes.
chest there.
And the health potions.
Yeah, dude. What, did Davey those up yet?
Alright.
And whatever that stuff is didn't float away when the water came in? It's heavy enough that it just sat there?
Sorry, which now?
Well, you got boxes and that little
Oh, the boxes, yeah, the boxes have sat there. The bottles will be floating around. We'll say they're floating out around there.
Cool. Good visual.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if those were like maybe water channels that we didn't recognize.
No such luck, sir.
Yeah. So
Oh,
water.
gears.
No, they're just raw and disgusting, moldy meat in those boxes.
They're fine.
Did you try some?
No. I wasn't gonna eat it.
It's not like cave jerky?
No.
Go for some cave jerky.
I
Now when
wonder.
it's so fuzzy, it's melting.
So it's more like cave soup.
Yeah. It's more like the buddy that's floating in the water.
Yeah.
And nobody's
Just-
touched the water
Just
since it came
slowly
in?
falling
No.
apart. No.
Not a toe, not a finger, not a...
I'm like wondering if there's
Not a
like a path opened up from the water, but I don't think so. I think we're just trapped in this cave and we have to move on.
Stick your dick in it.
I could cast firebolt with water and see if
What's
it
that
turns
fucking
flammable.
Turn it into like a steam room.
Nobody has an orb of light or anything they can throw into the water?
No, we don't have Nephilim anymore. So I'm gonna have to get out my skull torch
Alright.
so I can see. I don't know. I'm still kind of convinced that this water was like, or this stone was like holding back some water. So
Yeah,
I think we should flip it back and then move on after. Do these finished.
Fucking around
Finishing
the
the
door.
whole
And I'm
map.
good. As you were. You
Yeah,
hear some
that's
like
kind of what I want to do.
bloops in the water. As you look towards it, you can see ripples around the body. As all of you are looking towards the body, you can easily see it just like bob under the water,
Like
and
quickly.
then come up a moment later. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like there's
Something's
suction
definitely
draining
in the
or
water.
whatever, right?
Or a creature.
Or a
Yeah.
creature. I want to play in the water. I'm a swimmer.
Let's
Take your
use
armor off.
let's use a Donna. Tie her up to Donna. Use her as
Use
a
her as
lure. Yeah,
Bait is a more appropriate word.
it's my idea.
Send her out like a buoy.
Like-
Bob in the water on the shield. Yeah, can I put my shield? Will my shield float?
Or we could like
no.
take one of the boxes
Donald.
or empty out the chest, make like a little boat or something.
What's that piano? Does that piano float?
The cabinet?
Yeah. Well, it looked like a piano from the back because it looks like there's a place for keys. It's pretty big.
Organ.
Yeah, it's
No, let's just drag one of
old
those
century
cables.
church organ.
I
drag one of
want
the
to.
What
What
if
if we like? What if we take one of these corpses? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't we find
we
like
still have to
some moldy
under to
ass
get out.
meat?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
boxes a bit. I think.
Yeah. Oh, in the jars. Did the jars float away? They did, eh?
They did. They're
Ah,
floating
fuck.
out in the middle of the place.
Kind of want to get that meat.
So the water's rising. Do we want to go up the stairs back there, or do we want to continue down the doorway?
I'm gonna go check in the doorway.
Alright, that sounds good.
'Cause the water's
You
just
creep
gonna
your way
keep
over
rising.
towards. Peering through, it's quite dark. You
I have
have
dark vision.
dark
of
vision.
120 feet.
Cool. Does it have work?
Verdant.
Oh, that's right too.
It's
Sorry,
the-
Goblin
yeah.
dude. That's what it was with that mini. I was like, he's not an orc. What's going on there? All right, cool. This was in here, which is going to be.
We came down the stairs. Is what's happening.
Yeah. Now we're going back up.
You guys door. You guys never went through that door.
No, that's where we ended. We didn't go up or down.
There's maybe too much, but
Mess hall.
What's our ally guy's name again?
Jarek.
Jarek. Yeah.
very good.
That wasn't the guy that I was playing with last time. Who's the guy that was?
That was Grissom.
Yeah.
Grissom.
Yeah, the crossbow guy.
Yeah.
Sending down whole pine trees.
Yeah. Just hitting people with palm trees.
It's like
That
a
was
50,
slick.
a 50 cal equivalent of a crossbow.
Straight up, yeah, actually.
Yeah. Barrett 50.
I was just imagining, what the fuck was his name from Metal Gear 3, I think it was? The Fate, or whatever the hell his name was. The fat sniper dude, the fat old sniper. You could, like, you could save your game and then roll the clock forward, load the game, and he was dead from old age. Because, Hideo, why not? That's
Why not?
Kojima for you.
Yeah.
Funny.
So, peering through, you see. I can.
No, I'm trying to cut back on sugars. I feel the diabetes is going to hit me hard.
Good call.
40, you know.
No. Can't fight off the sugar anymore.
No, so I've switched to salty. I got like.
Oh yeah. Raise your cholesterol.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind being fat and warm as long as I
Cholesterol
don't,
or diabetes.
as long as I don't have to do injections. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it.
Yeah, they're pills now.
What's that?
They're pills now.
Really?
Yo. Yeah, you can get like a pump too.
But then the other thing is like all I see on Facebook is toilet paper, and that whole thing about Narcan is free for junkies, but diabetics have to pay for all their fucking
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
naloxone. And it's
and stuff.
expensive, right?
Yeah.
Like it's,
They can be, yeah.
And like my friend has like Crohn's disease, which is like a digestive tract disease,
okay.
and she's on a med that like it's like horrible to like get onto, but it's like the best one to do. And then the Alberta government just like switched it, like a hard switch, and like
We're not offering this anymore. You gotta take this.
yeah, with this one drug, it's like not everyone will like take to it. Like it'll be really bad for them. Yeah, it's
Was that because not everybody was taken to the other one?
no, it's because the other one's too expensive.
Oh, so they just tried to cheapen it up.
They're like making all these budget cuts to like healthcare in Alberta. The Alberta government's fucked.
Well, it's out of desperation because they're not allowed to move it.
They're just trying to get like oil and gas going, but it's just too slow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just throw that down there. I thought I had a.
They need to stop
And
sending
they, they also-
equalization payments to Quebec is the problem. Fucking damn frogs, just separate already. Go join fucking Britain.
Oh shit, there it is.
Do the Quebec Brexit thing.
Well,
Yeah. Make your own currency and leave us alone.
okay. As we were,
I'm gonna move up too.
Rin peers into here. I'm assuming you walk right in to take a look around, or
Yeah.
So
you just stick your
did
head
we
in.
drop the stone or did we
Walk
leave the
right
stone?
in fire.
We dropped the stone again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say so.
That's fine.
And the
Uh,
water gushes up in a typhoon.
Yeah.
I just work here, man. With that said, it drops back down into the floor. As Rin makes his way in, you hear people making their way up the stairs. No, that's not that. Regardless.
Holy shit!
Come just scorch them all.
Oops,
sorry guys. You scared me. I might have some ointment for those burns.
Just give him the healing potion.
I'll take the water at this point.
I got really bad really quick.
That went south so fast.
You didn't like my idea of doing the rock. Taking over control.
Benches line the space alongside tables, upon which you can see ink pots strewn about, quills, old and frayed, stained and forgotten, strewn about this alongside the ink pots, but in grander supply. Looking to the right, you can see boxes with their lids dust-covered, cobwebbed, and set to the side. And he watches there's a sudden glow of something as the firelight erupts inside of a torch that sits upon the table. A glass structure that it is, with a handle up top. A chain sits listlessly next to it. You can see the glass in the frame of the metal torch has long been broken. As the firelight grows in it, the whole of the room begins to illuminate some, and you can easily see to the left of you as well the center table. You know what? Let's get the camera up here for me. And we'll do that.
It'd be cool is if this pit was circular and also a turntable, so you could just spin the whole world.
You just need like a mount that comes out from the ceiling for your camera. Just like
Yeah, you drop it in and then give it a fucking spin around, do some crazy cinematography.
As the firelight erupts and illuminates the room, you stand amidst the benches with tables filled with pages and ink pots. And off to the far left, you see a central table at the head of the hallway. Tapestries all around depict various individuals, some dwarves, some humans, some elves, you can say by their various forms, as they're depicted in stylized, straight-edge, dwarven sorts of diagram, if you will, rather than illustration. Each of them you incite to be a scholar of a different sort, as each of them is depicted holding a book or a quill in this space. The tapestries are fungus-ridden and faded by time. The central table upon it has several potion bottles that still seem to have a effervescent and well-reactive fluid. One of them, a yellow that emits a bit of light, sits dancing and swirling next to another that has a red viscous fluid bubbling within it, and another that has a blue fluid dancing about, percolating as it might.
Alright, I'll go check the vials. Potions.
You know what?
I'm gonna go check the potions.
You do so. As you come close towards the table, a bit of a smoldering mist erupts from the brickwork underneath. And you look to your side to see, as the rest of your compatriots close upon the doorway, a strange light emit from the corner as the firelight blinks out for a brief second and comes back. And you see amidst you a spiritual form standing, as it do, robed and blue glowing. It stands almost harmless for a moment, but you're not sure what to make of it. Another suddenly appears a moment later. The two of them standing about 10 feet apart. Sitting about 10 feet apart at the table. They scribe away handily, their quills flying as you can see in their hand, though there's no books in front of them. Then a moment later they stop, and they seem to look around and seem to notice you. Their spiritual forms arise from the seats a moment later, as they begin to hiss and glide away from the bench to take form in the hall, one of them hissing as it does on the one side. And I say 10 feet, so this one hisses and glides out on the other. As they look towards you, you roll initiative.
You goddamn dicks.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you goddamn dicks.
Nice.
Oh, Matt.
That's
20,
what
buddy.
it
God
Motion.
I start.
Yeah, don't you guys still have the grenades too?
We do.
Yes.
Sure do.
We have not used them yet.
10 whole d6.
5 to 6.
Yeah, we got 2.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Holy hand grenades.
Those sound.
No, I did give one out last session. It's like a normal grenade, but it gives out 120 feet of deafening prayer that sings out and deafens anybody within earshot. Hey, Kusal.
20.
20. Hold on.
6. I want to talk about it.
Red.
17.
Can we just not make that a thing?
19.
Prevents. And your Dungeon Master will be going away. So many dice. Oh, for fuck me. 16 plus bonus brings me to 18, which memory's fading, so. Red, we'll just move you down.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Who's that?
Looked like Lady in the Tramp.
And 19.
Where did it
go?
Came from Winterdeep, I think, actually.
Water.
Picked a Waterdeep.
As opposed to Winterdeep. Fabulous.
I have a picture of it.
Says you. I was talking to you. I pictured that.
Is
The camera
it?
pans against the doorway to show you closing the distance in the back. You are where you're positioned there. You hear a hissing inside, and you can see the blue glow on Rin's face.
Can I like squeak through the door and then maybe try to get in front of? Oh, I want to squeak in and maybe kind of get on the table here. That's what I want to do.
Awfully ambitious.
There's a lot of maneuvering, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna rush past Rin and leap over the bench onto the table?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
What's like past that? Just like more benches and the wall?
No, literally, this is the wall, and these tables are up against.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Is this lit or did it go out? The torch.
The torch flickered for a moment as the spirits erupted, and then it's continued its walk.
Here you go.
So there's a little bit of a blue glow amidst.
I want to kind of keep my distance.
We'd all like to keep our distance.
I'll throw a dart at it.
Okay.
A poison dart.
Sounds
Even
good.
though I don't think it'll work, and I got a 2, so it definitely won't work. And then I'm gonna just hold an action.
Alright, so you whip a dart out, the dart gets a
2.
Fantastic. It strikes against the bench harmlessly next to the spirits. With that, the camera pans over to show Vince.
I'll rush in. No questions.
Your boots clatter as you round the corner and rush past Rin, closing the distance on the spirit. Sorry, or not?
Yeah.
Are you running right up to him? Okay. And you got a magic weapon, yeah?
Yes, and that's not gonna hit, I don't think.
As your blade flashes out and then strikes forward, your momentum carrying the swing through.
12 to hit.
This isn't really sugar. It's kind of
I should actually double check that AC, shouldn't I?
stole it out.
If I miss, I
It's
just
real
imagine
fruit
I
sugar.
rushed in and swung others knowing what I'm
By being cruel,
going against.
I think.
Very smart.
And 3 fruit bullets.
Oh, for the love of all that's good. Holy, come on now. Oh, they've been 11 AC. So you actually hit him.
Okay.
You close the distance and swing into the creature.
Only got
Yeah. Undead don't have high ACs. When you're dead, you don't really care.
8 damage.
The ethereal form
I might come
of
back
the
to-
spirit
I'm trying to
blasts
dodge nothing if you're already dead.
backwards
Anyway.
as a streak appears through it, and all this energy explodes outwards in a crazy mohawk of power that sprouts away from the corpus of the ghost. You swing through and bring your weapon to bear once again as it reconstitutes a second later, screaming all the way as best it can, unable to make any noise. From there, the camera pans over to show the ghost in the background as it soars in overhead.
And now,
Every time I've had the DM roll before me, I almost die.
grab. Well, got it out of him.
It's just
And then use the healing potion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by section.
Yeah, you definitely get healing potions. Healing potions.
And
on
we're
the
in, like
wall. Yeah.
Caves of Flandir. And like they get to like
The one
boss
behind
of, like,
rushes in
that
and
section,
tries
and
to
they
suddenly
one-shotted it.
jump into you as you
Fighter
feel
with
its
2d12
cold,
crit.
cold touch
Not,
against
like,
your
almost
skin
damage.
suddenly piercing
That was
through
great.
you.
Oh yeah.
I need a DC 13 charisma save.
It was super funny though. Like he went down like twice.
Oh, that's not
They healed him. Did more damage.
Did I just possess you?
Yeah, probably.
Sweet baby Jesus, yes.
What happened?
I just possessed him.
Oh,
so that's
sick.
all. I own you.
Kiss of death.
As you feel something enter your mind, you attempt to steel yourself against it, but to no avail. As the whispers take over, and suddenly you find yourself situated in a sort of distant position, looking at yourself through your mind's eye. As this one in front suddenly zips in overhead and flies in upon Ekusao actually, because you threw a knife at it. Give me a DC 13 charisma save.
13.
Okay, fantastic. As it attempts to grab a hold of your mind, you suddenly steel yourself and reject it backwards with a roundhouse for a coat of paint as it sweeps away from you, zipping around such that it doesn't get hit.
Like, are you kidding? You can't like take my mind over. I meditate all the time.
There's like a yin yang that appears over the place just because. I don't know. The camera pans away from me to show Rin off to the side as you look towards where you watch the ghost disappear into Vince.
You're gonna fight me. So
Yeah, we can't exactly like just straight
I
up
should have
kill
gone
you.
first.
you could.
I should have gone first and cast Divine Sense.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
I have to
Well,
start fighting it.
It wasn't my turn.
Every time.
He just rushed in there. I'm gonna go check.
I'll be in the library.
Boingy, boingy, boingy. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'll cast Firebolt on the one I can't see.
Okay, you do so.
Good.
13 to hit.
Hits.
Or 5 points of fire damage.
Fabulous.
This is good.
That's good because I was gonna throw the lantern at it.
That works too.
Hey, what do you think? Because he's possessed right now, and we don't want to attack him. What if I put him to sleep?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Or hit him on the head really hard.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah, I'll just put him to sleep.
Do I have poison gas? Knockout gas?
No, I'm immune to
I just
poison
have
gas.
regular poison.
So just for the record, if this doesn't work, subdual damage is a thing. That means you can knock your compatriot out if you have to.
Yeah, like non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
And that just like we take him down to 0.
You take him down to 0 in subdual damage, which he can still be knocked out by, and still takes time to heal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to do like death saves.
He doesn't have to do death saves. No.
Maybe try like putting him to sleep first. I don't know how effective that'll be if he's possessed, but try.
Just trying to see
Now, do I know what's on the bottles on the table? Do I know what's in them?
Looking upon them, you do recognize the red viscous fluid.
Okay. I don't know the other one.
Oh, I
Not
know
the blue one for
yeah,
sure, and the yellow one, you're kind of
The
scared
blue
of.
one makes you smart.
Wow.
I don't know what the yellow one is.
Yellow one makes you pee.
It is.
I think Gatorade?
Yeah.
It's gotta be that lemon Gatorade, because that's just gross.
The yellow flavored snow cone.
Jesus, dude.
I don't know. It might help us if we take it.
So, it says this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8s.
Yep.
This total is how many hit points of creatures
yeah.
this spell can affect.
And it's a
you get
radius.
you get a total amount of hit points after you roll.
I can
and
do
then
math, that's cool, but what does that mean on
so if you
It's also a
if you roll
radius
more,
effect, so you have to position the radius
within
such
20
that.
feet. I have to be within 20 feet of whoever I'm casting.
Do you not cast it on a radius area?
No, it says creatures within a 20-foot point of you choose within range.
it's just like a sphere. So yeah, you have to if you roll higher than like a certain creature's max HP, you put them to sleep.
Oh,
And you can like divvy up between creatures in that range.
what's your hit points?
29.
So I gotta get 30 in 5 rolls?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
you got a
even
range
possible?
of 90 feet, and it's a 20-foot diameter area.
Somebody do the math real quick. What's 5? How many times is 5 going to 36? I gotta get 6 or better on all 5 rolls.
Oh, God.
This is impossible.
Yeah,
This is fucking impossible.
that's true.
Right?
Well,
That'd be harder.
what we do is we
We
beat
get
him
it
up
down
a
a bit,
rough
yeah,
him up
then
a bit, and then you
then
cast it.
And you'd be affecting that area.
That whole area?
Everybody in that area, or do I
Well,
get to
you
choose
get
my
to-
target?
No, you choose.
You pick a point. So you pick a point in space.
90 feet
Holy
with
shit, this-
around you. It's a 30-foot radius.
So you'd pick the very corner of the room, and it would catch Vince in it.
So we could basically target him through.
I'm down with it.
Oh yeah.
But still,
We could take him down and then disengage so you can.
Well,
cast
somebody
it.
would have to hit him so hard that his hit points got down to like 10 or less.
Oh,
And then
Sorry. That's your area. Regardless.
I was gonna say the other one seemed way too big.
Yeah, no, it is. For diameter.
That was
This
a
is
50-foot
radius.
diameter.
So this is 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
yeah, you could cast it in the middle, or like on him.
I'll be right back.
So should we like?
It's possible. I'm just saying like the rolls are not in your favor. This is,
Yeah, if we're doing it right now, it
It's
would
when
be
the
like
fighter is the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it right now.
I mean,
would
this
be
is like
really
me going oobly bloobly, and then he like just sits there and laughs at him.
good.
Bang! Go to bed! Alright?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll probably just have to keep
Yeah.
trying to make Christmas saving throws on my turns.
That is true. You gotta save every round. We could like take him down to like half health, and then you could try.
I just
Or
thought
we
if it would
could
actually
try-
work, if
we
it was
could-
like a guaranteed thing, but let's just put him to sleep so we don't have to beat him up and he can't hurt us.
Yeah.
And then focus on the other guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, we gotta figure out
Well,
how,
we can focus both.
how do we get the possession off? Is it just
Beat him
him?
up.
He's the only one? Is he the only one?
Well,
who
I'm
can do
sure.
that?
I'm sure they're gonna try again. So we need to try to see if we can do any damage on this. I feel like that yellow potion might come into play at some point. We don't know what it does though.
It
So
just
we could like
removes the spirit. Pour it on me, guys.
He did say we could throw it.
Yeah.
So we could also throw it at
Coronavirus
Vince.
is over there, boys.
Yeah.
Take it in.
It's in the corner. That's the Corona
See,
corner.
It turned him into a skeleton.
He's like, oh, we're all gonna die.
How'd Dooley get back there? Fuck.
He got shorter.
He got a lot short. I guess that's mostly the skin. Creep him up, I think. Just move it randomly.
Put it right in the middle.
Put it down low, but looking up at him. So when he backs up to talk to us, he's like, Jesus Christ. fantastic. You should just hide down there, and when he comes out, jump out. Hey, where did?
Ah, fuck.
Hide behind the sheet.
Yeah.
I'm 9. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
It's horrible.
Oh boy.
There's a crack in the ground.
When did this get wet?
He was preparing it.
We went to the bathroom before we got here.
This is to see how high we could arc while sitting.
It's less dusty.
Yeah, totally. And he's the only one that touches it, so it's fine.
He does have a cat. So.
Yeah, I heard about the cat shit story.
In here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Maybe,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
yeah, maybe he told that on, like, one of the first days.
Yeah, this was a cat box at one point. Not intentionally, but it was.
He got it. And
And then he told me the last time that he soaked it down, it got like moldy and stinky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he put, like, a river in it. But this is fine. It's just, like, damp. It'll dry out.
Yeah.
True enough. It's only on the surface, right? If you dig down far enough, it's dry.
Well, like this is dry.
He was shuffling quite a bit.
He was
Going back. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I had to go get a haircut after work today. I hate it, but I like it because they pampered me. It was the first time there, and it was like a free MVP package.
Where'd you go?
Sports clips or whatever the hell over in Dilworth there. Just because it was new and free. I'm frugal, right? I wear a coupon.
Totally. Haircuts are expensive.
Dude, they ring it up and then they take off the coupon, and I saw what it would be for like, because I got the MVP, which is $30, plus the beard trim was talking another $5, and then tip on top of that.
Yeah.
So, but I got a little bottle of beard oil too for 50% off. She's like, well, it's only $5. And I was like, okay. So I tipped her 15.
I just go to Great Clips in the strip mall on Hollywood.
Okay, yeah.
Just because like they're open till like 10, past 10 or something. Yeah, till 10. And I was like, I needed a haircut like past 9:30. I was like, who the fuck's gonna be out there? And they're pretty cheap
I
too.
would
It's like
assume nobody.
$20. Yeah, I just like Googled like haircuts Kelowna and like, holy shit, these guys are open. And it's like down the street. I had like an interview the next day.
Need to get it done.
Yeah.
It's sad. Yeah. That's usually when I've got my head over the toilet. I'm just like, fuck it all. I'm so sad right now. But yeah, she's cute blonde girl that got me. I got a date tomorrow night, Sunday night with the same girl.
With your hairdresser?
No.
Oh.
I was thinking that while I was there though, because she was really chatty and flirty. I know it's kind of their job, but like she was talking like some intellectual shit. Like we talked about aliens and God and spiritual healing. Like we went through the list. I was there for a good hour and a half, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that was impressive. I got a back massage, a neck massage, a scalp massage, a hot towel, a
Happy
shampoo.
ending?
Oh, wow.
Not quite. I think I gotta take care of myself later. I think that's like what's that take and bake pizza place? It's like hand jobs to go.
They just give you an empty box or maybe a glove.
Yeah, give you some tissue.
Right.
Some toilet paper they bought in Corona.
They give you the
Right
max
on.
needed to make a prisoner's friend and send you home.
Holy shit. Whose turn was it here?
Well,
That's a great question.
I
Justin's
think it was
over
me
there.
because I was
Yeah.
trying to decide.
Yeah.
He went and then me, right?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna try and put him to sleep, but I should probably beat him up a little bit.
Wait, is it? Yeah, it's Pogo's turn. We should beat him up a little bit.
A little bit, right? So
Yeah, it's actually echoing from ahead of you.
No one's like, Vince, fight it.
this is old school.
Come back
This is
to
helmets
us.
and gloves right now.
It's like, oh no, we got some ghosts.
Fisticuffs.
You can disarm. I just want to make that a point. So you can disarm your opponent if you want to like beat them down with fists. But D&D's kind of funny. You can hit with your weapon and just say it's subdual, and it'll be subdual.
I don't have sharp weapons, so.
straight. Within a 5 foot.
So like you can hit somebody with an axe and be like, I don't want to hit him for real.
Like,
You
you
just
hit
hit him
with the handle
like
or something.
or like the flat of the blade. You just slap him.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like pistol whipping somebody.
I got a pistol.
It doesn't do
It's
real
the
damage.
evil equivalent of a pistol.
It does subdual damage, which is fake damage.
So I could just grab my axe and like butt him one in the head.
It's all in your head.
Right?
Yeah.
Basically, and it just does normal damage, but it's not.
That's just my move, and I want
Yeah, it's all in your head. This isn't real.
With my crossbow.
Actually, I think, yeah.
It would be like an improvised weapon.
Separate war swords, so you just count it
on
out.
the shoulder.
Like a D4 or something.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's mostly gonna be my move because I'm gonna run in behind and smack him, right?
Yeah. Could you reach the other guy, the blue guy?
I think
The
I
other
could.
this
I
thing?
think I could run in.
Alright, so you run in and turn to the right. And looking towards, well, I mean, no one's told you that he's possessed, specifically speaking.
He's possessed.
Okay, now we're.
I guess you like an insight check.
I think at that point we've seen the spirit go into his body and take him, haven't we?
You specifically were still out here when that happened, but we're gonna let it go. He's gonna yell out, "The ghost is possessed," and that's that. That's how we're
I
gonna
can
write
give
this.
you. I have plus
That's
4
right.
insight. I'll do a check.
None of there's nothing to insight. I mean, he didn't know the number of ghosts to begin with, so to speak. But regardless, you rush in. Roll to attack.
Alright. That's terrible. That was a 2.
Oh, seriously?
Oh yeah, dead serious.
Well, fuck, everyone's rolls tonight, hey?
Yeah.
Terrible.
You come hurling in towards and using your momentum to carry yourself forth. You spin the blade to the side to slap in, and the wind catches it, causing the current to pull the weight to the side to your surprise and
Get in
chagrin.
the door frame or something and be like,
I mean, I'm done with that too. You put up a piece out in
or
fact.
inside, I don't believe the wind story.
That's fine. As you pull around, though, you pull a piece of the trim out of the door frame, and the whole of it kind of collapses to the one side. In fact, the whole place comes down. The box
Game
falls
over,
dies.
everybody's dead.
That's it, yeah.
White
Hard to
next
reset.
week.
Level 1, everyone. The rock goes flying off, busts off a piece of the bench nearby as the camera swings over to.
You also haven't, Jarek and Adana.
That's true, actually. I'm going to throw Jarek in. Wait, who? Which, he doesn't run.
I have a little thing.
Adana, the follower.
Oh,
the
got a
little
shield
halfling shield maiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's good to throw around.
She's, I'm telling you, like, we should use her as bait for the water.
I was into that if my shield would have floated. We could have sent her out of my shield and
She can swim, right?
She runs in the doorway and gasps. And then she'll run over to the side here.
She'd do anything.
Looks around for a moment, and then she'll double move over to the table.
Afraid of ghosts.
She's like a rat.
From there, the camera pans across the show. Jarek rushes
We're
in.
dying. She's looking for cheese.
Leaps up onto the table on the other side, and then swings backwards with an 18 plus bonus, smashing into the spirit form. It's a D10. Swinging mightily, he finds himself off balance slightly as he brings it about for a 3 damage.
Good job, Jarek.
Or 4 damage, actually, on this game. Bringing the spirit to 9.
Doing more than last round.
He cuts a swath of energy out of its corpus, if you could call it that. Which you can't, actually. But regardless, the camera pans over to Ikusao once again.
Alright. Just a normal quarterstaff attack for 25.
25 to hit, hits.
Yes, sir. 7 damage.
7 will be a fantastic bit of damage. Is that a magical weapon?
Yep.
This?
Yes, sir. Then I'm going to do an unarmed strike for 23.
Okay.
6 damage. And I'll spend a key point for 23, sorry. And then 7 damage.
Oh, happens. In many successive damaging strikes, one after the next, you lay into the ghost, going to town with the bow staff, following up with a roundhouse, and another roundhouse, and another roundhouse.
Just keeps going.
You chun-li the fuck out of him. Bits of his arcanic form explode in all directions as the camera pans against to show Vince off to the side as you... Oh, do nothing. Never mind. I'm gonna fucking jump around. Jump around. And I'm gonna attack you with a 12 plus bonus. I'm gonna hit like a motherfucker. What's your bonus?
My bonus
To
to
hit?
hit. I believe it's 7.
Terrific. So yeah, with a 19 versus your AC.
18.
Terrific stuff. And what's my damage here? Is a D8, yeah? It's a D12?
D12
Oh,
plus
sweet.
4
Good
plus
stuff.
5.
To your surprise and chagrin, Vinny brings around his massive axe for 5 plus...
Plus 5.
Plus 5?
Well,
No.
Plus 4 and then it's a magic
Okay, cool,
weapon.
yeah. Sorry?
It's a magic weapon. So
Oh, that's right.
plus
Too,
1.
so plus 5. Fuck, 10 points of damage as it cleaves down into you.
Shit.
That's what I get for trying to knock him out.
You catch it against your own blade as it smashes
own,
into
like,
your face
brethren,
to your chagrin. You watch as he
Your own
pulls
race.
back and you
Another
see
war.
the dim pupils in otherwise black eyes. From there,
Thanks, buddy.
The other
So I
blue.
don't get to make saving throws anymore.
yeah, that's you.
Did you make a wisdom throw?
It's a constitution saving throw. I don't know. Does it still make that?
Do you still get to every round?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that's it. Once you fail, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
I'm not even kidding.
You can't even fight it.
Well, you get a chance.
Got one.
Yeah, let me just double check actually. You're incapacitated, lose control of body. I control body, but you're still aware.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, I'm
Creepy.
sorry.
I like a puppet.
Ghost can't be targeted except by ones that turn undead.
So, like what they are now?
No, you can cast turn undead and push a ghost out.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you don't have any choice.
Oh, like if they're in like
Possession
their
lasts
body
until the body drops to 0 hit points,
Okay.
or I end it, or I'm turned or forced out by an
Damn.
effect
I
like.
totally could have had that too if I took a
No more
different
rules
path.
for me.
Yeah, you're just possessed forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, after it's pushed out, you're immune for 24 hours, so there is that.
A little bonus.
Right? It's a little thing.
It's like getting pregnant. You can't get more pregnant.
That's right.
There you go.
The ghost in front of Akusao and Jarek reaches in to grab a hold of you with a 10 plus bonus. That's gonna bring it to a 15 against your AC.
Whoa, 5 bonus? Yeah.
That hits you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that sucks. No, seriously, that really sucks.
Great.
That blows, dude. I'm sorry. Oh wow, I'm rolling well too. Oh my god. Holy fuck, I'm rolling really good. I'm so sorry. That's 20 points of withering
Jesus!
necrotic damage.
Of necrotic?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Tell me you have an immunity.
It's just 20 damage.
Oh, fuck.
He was just being descriptive.
I see. Okay, I have no.
As he grabs a hold of you, you feel the life draining out of you. You're forced to emit nothing but a scream as the life dissipates from your body.
Did you just die?
No, I have 4.
You stand there weakened. The very force of your heart seems to have ebbed. And the camera pans over to Red.
Wait, so if I still have my reaction, and if I can't do this because it's over, then that's fine. Could I have like taken a reaction to like take a dodge action?
No.
Okay.
It's just, you actually spend your action for that.
I see.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt, that second spell slot on the ghost.
Okay.
And 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And a D12. 2. For 19 points of lightning damage.
Oh wow. Damn, that'll
Oh, yeah.
that'll smoke it. 19, so that's 30. The thing explodes, hissing as it vanishes. Where are you? You
The
right
one
there?
on the table.
Yeah. It explodes apart, arcanic etheric energy mixing and coalescing in a miniature nuclear blast. As it explodes in all directions, the table actually cracks and the pages upon it ignite with a blue flame that spreads down like some crazy bartender trick. As it ignites the whole table, emitting a blue light that flickers away all
I didn't
around
destroy
you.
the vials, did I?
Hey?
I didn't destroy the vials on the table.
Still there?
Those ones over there are
Oh,
fine.
that's where they are. Okay.
These ones and all the ink vials upon it
Okay, so the
explode,
ink vials,
bursting with black ink
I'm not
blasting
so worried
in
about
directions.
potions.
Black bursts up the wall as the spirit explodes away, blue froth dissipating in all directions.
And that's what happens when you put a Smurf in the microwave.
How
we had
will
to do it
this
once to
sound?
find out.
No, actually.
I kind of want to tell Adonna to bring the bottles over, so we don't have to run there and get them.
Well, is she though?
I don't know. One of
I
them.
don't even know
the
who she is.
ghosts
She seems
I'm
pretty
pretty
useless.
sure she can carry a shield, but some delicate glass vials. I mean, you might be
She
better off.
lugged you up a
Yeah, she's got big old
fucking
man
statue.
hands.
Yeah.
You're asking her to play the violin here, but just not. No.
She'll
She
just
play drums.
She'll just crush the bottles.
Yeah, she plays drums.
Go smash.
Why do you think I don't let her hold my pee-pee?
Stop shooting. Hey, nobody.
Jesus.
As the lightning bolt explodes against the wall, and the etheric form of the ghost explodes away from the arcanic force, blasting in all directions, lighting the place blue for a moment, as it suddenly...
Do we all get a tan from this? Nuclear
Did I hold that? What is it?
I cast minor illusion and it's just
There's the ink. Yeah, so there's empty space right behind us on the wall where we're standing.
We're just flash chickens.
Just like a
shadow.
silhouette, right?
Jarek actually does his best to defend against the blast of ink, just barely covering most of his face. There's the obvious silhouette of his axe upon his head,
hell yeah.
where the ink has gone around it, and he kind of just lowers it
First
down and
face
looks
tat.
towards you all. And
Yeah.
does one of these, and you can see his beard's like all
I know,
fucking
it's
scraggly and
chill.
stuck out from old sintered ink. The blue flame on the table continues to flicker away and dies down quickly like
Quick,
an
use your
alcohol
skull and
flame.
get the blue flame on your skull.
Oh yeah.
Pans
Do
away
that.
from Rin's smoldering palm and fingers. And we try to put fucking Agusau back on the table here. Oh wow,
Books
and
are
then
slippery.
destroying even more.
Alright, my torch is now blue.
It's like trying to put a Jenga block back in.
Holy shit, tell ya. Fuck it. Swings over to Volkol once again.
I want to get away from the pet zest guys.
Okay. You can disengage to avoid the chance of an attack of opportunity. It costs you your action to do so, but not your bonus
I
action.
only try and smack him in the head again.
Alright, that sounds good.
He started going to get it possessed. Ooh,
I wasn't prepared for it.
18.
That's doing much better.
Yeah.
That smokes him.
Okay. And I have to roll damage on him?
You're rolling full damage. Your normal damage, you're declaring it's severe.
11.
As you bop him in the face and then crash your foot into his knee, delivering 11 points of subdual.
Oh,
There we are.
just gonna track it for him.
Oh wait, yeah, you're gonna track it?
Oh, if you are. You already got the number. Okay.
Vinny. So far you have 11 subdual damage. Now subdual damage actually just has to total up to your current hit points.
Yeah.
So whatever your current hit points are, that's what they have to be with the subdual damage to knock you out.
Yeah.
With that said, Vocal smashes you in the face, and you're like, I hope I didn't lose any teeth. You can't feel anything necessarily. You kind of like feel the echo of the pain, if that makes any sense. Like, as he smashes into your knee, you're like, okay, it's not broken. God damn, that probably hurts.
I'm in my mind and it's just like an earthquake.
There's a sudden smash into your gut through the butt of the axe, and then a sudden uppercut that catches you across the chin again. As you're like, man, this ghost fucking sucks. And he's over to Sherrick, looks over towards you, and then looks at you, and says, yeah, I never liked him anyway. And jumps onto the other side. And you're like, really?
Oh my god.
As he does, and he takes advantage on the attacks. It's going to be a 13 and a 7, so he's going to hit with a 13 plus bonus as he swings the haft of the blade around and does 9 points of subdual on you, bringing you to 20 points of subdual damage.
What do you have in total?
9 health left.
Iku Sao.
Should do,
So yeah, let's do a hit.
I'm gonna ask.
I get the feeling we're gonna have to heal you.
I'm gonna ask Rin to give me one of those health potions, please.
Alright, I'm gonna give you the 44 plus 4.
44 plus 4. So I'm gonna take that. 14 for me.
Selfie!
I was going to take him. I do it more often. I don't take enough selfies.
And you're at 9?
Yeah.
Alright, you're next. Ooh, I am going to. There's that. Do you want to try that? I could probably get him down.
You just have to pass the AC.
Getting beaten on both sides by your fellow dwarves, and then suddenly the
What if he hits him too hard? What if he gets like 13 points of damage?
He's got 9 hit points left.
Can I try to grapple him?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What if he gets 13?
What
And
do you
like
mean?
restrain him? In a bonus action?
No, it's full action to grab.
Full action grab. Alright, I'm
That's
probably just
literally
beating
what's
on Vince. I'll do an unarmed strike for 23.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
So you run in there like Bruce Lee's favorite drink, water, and smash across him.
For 6 damage. I thought he had 9. He should probably still be at
3 health left.
Oh, you got 3 left?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
fuck.
As you stumble back and start to swing.
I'm just like, it's for your own good!
Stop hitting yourself. Stop.
It hurts.
You feel a weird resonance in your vision and you have a splitting headache that actually has nothing to do with Iku Sao punching you in the face. And in a last spate of action, you swing around with 8 plus 7, is it?
No, to hit? Yeah.
Yeah. So 15 to hit Iku Sao, who's punching you in the face. As the axe comes up in a golf swing for max damage. It's gonna be, you said plus 4?
Oh, it's plus 5.
Oh wow, that's 17. You guys
Yeah,
watch,
1 HP, baby!
you guys watch as this sudden, as he smashes into you in one quick swing that you don't even see as he's like, he seems to be stumbling back from your hits and then something goes stiff and you're like, fuck.
Just like,
The axe comes up towards you and catches against you. As you try your damnedest to kind of push it to the side, you manage to keep it from actually cleaving you in half, but it still scrapes up the front of you, bludgeoning into you with the handle afterwards as an insult to injury. The camera swings away as the ghost sprouts from the form of you to leave you on the drops itself back on the ground and sprouts out of you, and then disengages and runs out the door. Flies out the door, I should say. It's over to Rin.
Specters its way down.
There you go.
I'm gonna cast
half dead,
at second level.
Yeah.
Sounds fine. You peer out the doorway towards it as its receding form tries to retreat against the darkness.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
12. 20 points of thunder damage.
Jesus Christ. Fortunately, it hasn't fucking taken
Witch
it.
bolt. And
As this actually smokes it such that it dissipates for a moment before reconstituting itself, facing you with a mouth agape in utter shock at what the fuck you just hit it with. And it looks around at options. You actually hit like, seriously, a ghost and existential crisis, like fight or flight moment.
Happen again.
The camera pans over to Bogo once again.
Good. It ran away.
Yeah.
If you want to heal Vince, my the vials of healing potions are on my chest.
Also, there's
Just
like
run past and grab one.
there's a
grab
healing
one off and
potion,
throw it at
an intelligence potion, and the yellow potion next to Donna.
Healing and intelligence and a yellow.
Yeah, we don't know what the yellow is, but there's a healing there too. We'll call this.
Okay, Taylor Swift. Or is it Carrie Underwood? It's one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was.
So I've got like 3 healing potions.
One of their
and
songs is
one.
called
Just a quick second.
yeah.
Oh, but he's at 1 HP as well.
But yeah, I'm like super low.
Who are you?
One.
And you're
Uno. Yeah, could have seen that coming. Just beat him down and then it fails.
Yeah. If you don't kill it, it would run. I guess Adonna could throw me the healing potion. Who am I closest to? That sucks. I mean, is hurting.
It sucks.
My charisma modifier is +0, so I rolled. It was a terrible roll.
Well, mine's -1, so.
But you still saved.
Yeah.
I'm +1.
Yeah.
Mine's +5. Plus advantage.
Yeah.
I get advantages on wisdom and charisma throws. And which bolt is effective until I lose concentration. That fucker's not getting away.
Yeah.
Well, I have my lay on hands available, which is 15.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
15
Give him a happy ending.
Yeah. I was thinking
Just
that.
one last crisp slap across the face.
No eye contact. I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Oh my God.
We're dwarves. We know. It's a thing.
What an interesting culture.
Oh man, Koreans have it right. Was that out loud?
Nobody heard you.
No.
There's no one watching.
No, exactly.
You're not on mic.
This isn't being watched by any government agencies. It's too late for coffee, but I need coffee. Girls, tell you. She's getting like some press-on nail thing going on now. Oh, she's got things in her fingers.
Press on nails?
Yeah, these look like clamps. They're holding nails on.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, probably fake nails.
Yeah.
Buddhist set.
Yeah, girls do that. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, trying to make myself not look so haggard for tomorrow.
So claws.
So claws, obviously.
Sure.
What screams feminism more than
Where are we?
long ass nails? So they're dying.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Currently.
Donna's gonna grab a healing potion. And which one do you want the potion?
She's got one on the table in front of her.
I know.
That's the one he has got.
Because Donna can grab that and run it to one of you two bastards and jam it down
Am
the
I
throat.
actually down?
Like said.
No,
My
you're
healing
at.
potion's
Wait,
on.
are you
I'm
probably like
standing.
prone right now?
Am I standing?
No, you said you had 3 health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
when
are
it
you in
drops you
relation to
prone.
me? Oh,
Your
yeah.
fucking dick will drop you prone before you take it off.
She's right behind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2d4s plus 2 and 1 4d4 plus 4.
Can I just like run by and grab it off of your belt? Okay.
Are you able to run?
Yeah.
Okay, then you run, because he's like down for the count right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, he's still got 3 hit points. He's just prone.
Oh, okay. You guys can serve yourselves then. Why can't you get up and get the water potion? Make me use my moves to make. What the hell am I? Some kind of
I
bummer?
mean, I guess you could. Just leave me.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted. You kind of broke my nose.
After the battle.
So?
Whose turn is it?
It's Bolgol still.
Alright.
Yeah, and I don't know what to do because these clowns.
Save me after the battle.
Go
Yeah, I'm
attack this
I'm
guy.
gonna chase douche nozzles running down the hallway, I guess.
That sounds fine.
Can get away.
So what are you hitting him with? You're gonna run right up to him?
Well, I'm gonna hit him with my magical axe in the back.
No, you're close enough. That's fine. You rush past Rin, your boots clattering hard against the tile, the rotted stone crumbling as each step takes you closer to your quarry. As you close the distance on him.
Cool. God damn it. 13.
Hits.
Yeah.
So you close the distance. Through the ghost, your axe flies. Or your sword. You got a sword?
Battle axe.
You got an axe.
For 9.
That's alright.
It's not bad. It was almost a miss.
I said alright. I didn't say it was like amazing or anything. So
Holy buddy.
honestly, shit.
It's not my ego I want you stroking right now.
9 bucks. Brings this guy to 37. As a massive swath explodes through his form and another rooster tail of energy explodes on the opposite side of him and illuminates the hall and the room in front of you, the stairs glowing blue as they claw up into the darkness. He reconstitutes a second later, hissing as his head now flips around and faces you, kind of like soaks through himself, so his face is on the other side, like T-1000 or some shit. Camera swings from Bungle over to Jarek, who rushes in after him, just barely making the distance to take a swing, but missing horribly as he smashes his axe through the table splitting in twain and collapsing in on itself.
Of course.
Jarek swears in Dwarven, and the camera pans away to the sound of Mordin's balls echoing through the whole of the place to show Akusau's face.
Alright. I'm going to.
Probably have a nap, I would suggest it.
Well, I kind of just want to kill this guy before he takes another turn and get someone else. If I go down, I have saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out and try to. I have enough movement.
You
to
leap
flank.
off the table or leap onto the table?
Yeah, I'm like leaping on and off the tables.
Sure.
To get around.
You jump onto the rubble of the table as the two pieces rotate to the one side. You find yourself situated.
Cool. I'm gonna take a quick stop attack for crit. Naturally.
You swing back around, batter, smashing your bow staff into the corpus of the beast. Into the incorpus of the creature.
15 damage.
15 damage across him will explode him as the ethereal form bursts and dissipates with a.
I got him, you guys. Sounds like a cat.
Sparkles float down through the air, and as you watch them constitute on the ground as little blue sapphires a moment later.
Physical sapphires?
Yeah,
I scoop them all up.
you do so. They're tiny, it's like crumbs, but there's a lot of them. It's
Like
actually
a dust.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll throw them in a pouch.
okay, you do so.
Do I notice anything other than that? Like, are they just normal gems? Do they have any other, like, properties I can kind of...
One looks like it'll turn into a Cadillac. The other seems like it resembles a horse. No, I'm kidding. No, they don't look like anything but dust.
Alrighty. Scoop it up. And yeah, I'll take that healing potion.
You'll just take it, eh?
Yeah.
You look over towards Adana, who's holding them all, and just walks over towards Bulgal. Senpai, look what I got. She sounds like a goblin now, I guess, because my voice is fucked. You know.
Stop yelling at your wife.
It's solid, Donna.
4 plus 4 again.
Thank you.
No.
My healing potion.
Right?
Fine.
You don't tell me what to do from the bathroom.
Right. It's more of a sex thing, but
Guys, I'm still down over here.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, that'll be tomorrow and Sunday.
God, actually.
I don't know how to respond to that
I'm
now.
scheduling my appointments now.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check on the yellow fluid.
Alright, fair enough. You come towards Adana, who looks at you as you,
Smells like asparagus.
as you come towards her. She looks up towards you and hands you the yellow one as you request it.
And then can I determine what it is?
One moment. Yes. With an arcane check.
With an arcane check?
Are you proficient? You are proficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arcana check if you could.
16.
As you look it over and give it a smell, you're not entirely sure, but as you taste, are you gonna give it a taste? I'm gonna assume so. Give it a little
puff.
Yep.
As it touches your tongue, you feel a zing, and you immediately recognize the recipe as that of the sort that will get you fast, very quick. Helps you get things done
Buff to dexterity.
at a very, very, very accelerated pace.
It's a cocaine. Liquid cocaine.
That's right.
Uncle Escobar's stamp of approval on the side of the
Why not, actually? Fucking gold filigree like it were a hash brick. Yeah, looking upon it, it froths slightly on your tongue. She looks up at you with a smile on her face. She hands you the red one and then stows the blue one. And says, "We know what this one does."
She gave it to me.
Yeah, she gives you the red one.
Oh. Alright.
Guess I'm getting on my own.
Just drinks it.
Just looks him in the eye and pours it on the ground.
Jesus, what kind of group is this? Holy shit. Point being though, yeah, she
just get up on my
hands it off to you, and like I said, she stows the blue one.
Is
So
this
it's kind of her
a
job.
small potion? How big is this thing?
It looks like a single dose, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a 2d4 plus 2 sort of potion.
Alright, can I thumb flick it over to this guy?
Yeah. He does so. You catch it. I'm assuming you swallow it.
Yeah.
Terrific.
2d4 plus 2.
Or did he choke on it?
Even then, I'd probably be healing you while you're dying. I can't breathe, but I feel great.
Can I? Yeah, you.
As the cooling effects take over your body, making you feel good from the inside out.
Able to get up.
Right?
Can I
Still feeling the hits.
take a little peek in this chest over here?
You can. As you pass by the torch, it flickers slightly with the passing wind of your body.
You're passing wind?
As you close it, yeah, there's a blue angel now. As you close the distance
That's how you
on
get
the
spirits
torch,
out. They come up your
you
butt.
can see inside the crates. It's all ink vials and parchment pages and leather bindings and cover pieces. So it's literally crates of book binding materials. The chest is very much locked to your surprise, closed and latched.
Ooh, is
It's
there
it's got a locking mechanism built into the frame.
something? Could I like try to pick it, or can I check for like traps if you were to open it?
So one thing at a time. The point being, yes,
Okay.
you can do both. You're not a thief.
I
You
guess
don't
I
have
wouldn't have
thieves'
any
tools.
Good stuff.
So there is that. So it'll be a straight dexterity check to try and pick the lock. You don't have any tools at all.
I have a herbalism kit.
It's cool.
I was just looking at that too. It's pretty.
16.
What are you using to pick the lock?
Like 2 darts. I just take 2 darts out of my pouch and I'm like using them like a clothespin and or a bobby pin and pick.
I'm down with that. So 16?
Yeah.
Beginner's luck hits, and much to your surprise, the chest unlatches itself. The lid actually springs open, and there's a tiny gap that appears between the lid and the body. A lot of you are standing around. Jarek looks towards Bulgul, looks him up and down, doesn't say anything towards you.
I want to like take the dart and kind of like go around the crack and see if it catches on anything. If there's
That's
anything,
fair.
like
You do so. It does not.
does not. All right, I'll go ahead and open it.
Okay. Throw me a dex save.
19.
You hear something spring, and you react expertly, jumping away and taking action, and nothing happens. As you look around, all is well. And as you peer upon the chest, it's got a slight glow coming off of it. As you can see, there's a pair of stones shimmering in the firelight of the torch behind you as the scintillating light dances off of them. They're tiny little opals inside of this thing, situated on a sort of velvet bed, sitting to the side, piled on top of several books stacked in the side of the chest. So you got a stack of books and then little, like I say, a velvet bed and 2 little opals, oval shaped rainbow stones sitting on it.
They're rainbow, not similar, like not sapphire.
No, these are they're white oval shaped stones, and they just scintillate different colors, rainbow like, like extreme case opals, if you will.
All right.
Looking so that's like on the one side, and then you've got sorry, is that a brain fart there? You see a sack. Mid-sized, you can see obviously filled with coin as it's bulging in that familiar pattern, and that's it. Actually,
That's it. I want to gingerly kind of move the pillow with the stones, so I don't touch the stones. Just to the side and kind of sift through the book, see if I can find any info about anything.
Okay, so you're carefully just moving the stones.
Yeah.
You do so. As you come close to them, you can kind of hear like an electronic whine, if you will, come off them, like an arcanic hum, resonant energy that seems to pierce your senses.
Does Divine Sense take any action or slots or anything?
What are you guys doing?
Or do you want to
Divine Sense,
assess
you
with
mean?
your... Yeah.
Where are those potions?
I can use it once a long rest.
Oh, okay.
There is quills, ink pots.
Right now,
there's
I
some
can use
jars
it.
over to the
It
side
says
as well.
0 times per long rest.
Investigate that area, I suppose.
All right. Madona's made her way over to yonder as you make your way upon. So, what would you like to investigate here?
Those jars.
Okay, looking towards them. So, excuse me. Inside of the first one, as you open it up, I'm assuming you take the lids off. They're very ornate clay jars that have traditional sorts of dwarven patterns running down them, kind of like Celtic knots, if you will, but dwarven, if you will. With that said, you take the lid off, and immediately the smell of incense hits you. Looking over towards the next jar, which is decorated the same way, you lift the lid. You see it's just vanilla, where the first one was patchouli.
Candles.
Well, they're literally jars of powdered incense. Anyhow, that's weird. Sorry, Rin, Bulgul.
How big is that chest?
This chest or that chest?
2 chests. I didn't see the other one.
The one there in the room that you're in is just like empty. That's like writing stuff in it.
Yeah, is it big enough for a halfling to float in? Is this not still a thing? We not want to float?
Do we want to go up?
What else were you doing here? You moved the,
I'm still looking. I want to investigate the books.
Fantastic. So, looking in through the books, you see that there's a couple different bits. First off, there's a ledger that you can see of accountings. As you're flipping through it real quick, you see that it's just got trackings of gold coming in and gold going out.
Yeah.
And you look over towards the sack there, and it makes sense. Probably tracks the money in that bag.
Mm-hmm.
And as you flip to the back of the book, it says there. It says 768 gold, 300 silver, 40 copper. The other books, there's one called Bestiary, and it's got a bunch of different bookmarks in there. It talks about purple worms, these massive things, and then muck worms that only come out during moist times, and then sandworms that are like purple worms but only in the sand. It talks about remoras, which are in snowy terrains and flaming things, and it's got these fearsome drawings in there. You're just kind of flipping through. The other book that's in the stack there, it's a treatise on how to sharpen a weapon, and it talks about various points and edges and grains of stone and whatnot. And it's literally a book about sharpening metal.
Interesting. I think I'd like to take the one with all the monster info.
The Bestiary?
Yeah.
It's not huge. It's got a couple pages of
Okay.
information.
I'll just take that.
Okay.
Seems like it might be relevant at some point. Does anyone want to learn how to sharpen their shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass that. I'll grab that one for Bulgal, and then
Adana comes up to you and takes it.
okay. Runner, I need a runner. And then I'll like relay the information about the money, so we can split it up. And then I want to like investigate these stones further.
Okay.
Seem like there's something else there too.
How do you mean? You guys can all see the scintillating light,
Yeah.
by the way. And
From
when I
the
say
chest.
scintillating light, I mean you guys can see bright dancing streaks coming off of the open chest.
You're proficient in Arcana?
Yep.
Do you want to come check these out?
I'll take a look at the stone.
Rin, come check out my stones.
What's up, buddy? Headed off to bed? Good night, son.
16.
16. Investigation?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. Peering upon them, you can sense that they have an intense power coming off them. You can't discern what they do necessarily, but are you willing to go so far as to touch one?
Yes.
Okay. As you do so, it suddenly responds, jumping up into the air, and seems to float in front of you as if it's expecting something from you. Love you. Go inside. It's my show, not yours. Love you. It jumps up into the air as if it's expecting something from you. It floats there.
Alright, I take my dagger and I prick my finger and then touch the stone.
It is now stone with a blood stain.
Oh, alright.
As it floats there, now with a little bit of your blood off it, it doesn't seem to react any further. Although your blood kind of drips off, it doesn't seem to stick to it.
Okay.
A moment later, it's floating clean. Let's see here. This particular stone, as it sits there floating in front of you with its pale lavender form, doesn't move any further. The other one shifts to a sort of... Actually, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there on the pad, all the same.
I pick up the other one.
As you do so, it takes on a deep red hue. You feel something course through you as it seems to bond with your fingertips for the brief moment.
Dragon.
I wouldn't. It's not like melting,
Yeah.
but it's like it's sticky to the touch.
Okay.
Do
I feel any other effects from this stone?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do I feel a connection to Rin at all through the stone? So
As you
it's a
look over towards
walkie-talkie.
Rin, the camera pans against your face and then cuts towards you as you notice him looking at you. And he's looking at you real intense, like.
As you're both holding this rock. A great rock.
You don't notice any special attraction or magnetism.
Okay.
What if just one of you holds both?
Yeah, what if you go
Yeah.
bang and smack them together? Are they like those rocks that used to shoot the sparks out?
Or maybe you have to find the other stones.
Gotta find the dragon balls. Maybe they're just really valuable,
right.
or we need to like go take them back to Underhome and get them checked out.
Praise.
Yeah.
Are they specially shaped at all? Like,
They're very much just a simple oval shape. Smooth.
Yeah,
perfectly
I'll
formed
pass the other one off
they
to
don't
Rin.
look like they get
All right.
put into a
So
socket.
you'll have both of them.
ovals. No, they don't have like a flat side to them. They're perfectly.
Egg shaped.
Or no, I passed
Egg-shaped,
it
thank you.
around so everyone can see, like show and tell. Just goes around the circle.
That happens.
All the way around.
Yeah, I guess we'll just like get him appraised later on.
Sorry, from your Arcana check, you can tell that they require a form of attunement.
Attunement? Okay.
Ooh.
So don't hit him with my axe. Let's see what's inside.
That'd be like
is
Gimli
it a
and
Cadbury egg?
Lord of the Rings. Just break your ass.
Or something.
It's a short rest.
Okay. Next time.
Do you want to take a rest?
So a red one and a pale purple one, pale lavender.
I want to try again.
Red and
3
pale.
points.
Easy there. So, what is everybody doing at this point? Oh, there's still the sack of coin. Just throwing that out there.
Nobody's picked that sack of coin. I'll carry that. We'll split it up later.
Yeah, we're gonna divvy it up
Yeah.
later.
But I'll
Adana
take-
takes
What
it
did
and
you say it
stows
was?
it.
I know how much money it is. I read the ledger, so. No.
Do you have it written down anywhere so we can remember?
I write it down. Yeah, I rip it out of the.
Now you do.
Perfect.
Not that I don't trust you. As a monk, I don't have need for money.
See,
or
just
material wealth.
just underneath.
But
But
I
I
value
value
sales
money.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that said, you guys pick up the bits in the chest.
Just clear out the room.
Got the potions.
That's a nice table.
And otherwise,
Yeah. I'm good. My book.
Cool.
You have the money, you have the stones.
We got
it sounds like a line out of Snatch.
Yeah. Do you want to check out upstairs?
Well,
other place
said
to
we
go.
kind of do. We care about the
Can't go
front door.
down. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you
could.
can try.
That's the way we came in.
Yeah, but now it's flooded.
I
There was
want.
a body
Can I do
falling
one
down
more?
Yeah, I remember that. I
check
just
around.
wasn't sure
Is
which
this
way
like
we came in. I
is
thought
it
you
just
guys
solid
came
bare
down.
wall, or
Yeah,
is it
we
like
came this
bookshelves
way.
and stuff?
Gotcha.
And then it started raining.
There's no
outside.
bookshelves in here.
It
Okay.
started
Alright.
raining outside.
Then
Now it's flooded.
yeah, I am ready to go.
I'll follow.
Donna comes out after Bulgold. Vince comes out along with Rin.
I almost feel like that rock should have been left.
What do you guys do?
You know what? I think it was. We brought it up when the water's up, and I think we let that creature out.
Oh.
That's my theory. But I don't know.
I'd have to just believe it because I wasn't here.
Just throw your hand. So wait, if the entrance was flooded, how did you get in here?
Must be very good dwarven.
Now we're
swimmer.
splitting hairs.
Well,
He's been here the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Bard
Yeah,
disappeared
that's
and you
kind of-
showed up
Yeah.
on the spot.
He cast a spell.
Yeah, it was some Star Trek transformation thing, boys.
Swap place.
Yeah, Freaky
Okay.
Friday. Something.
Alright. Do you want to go up these stairs?
Might as well.
Cool. Watch your step. There's
Let's
drops.
sneakily.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I could cast Pass Without Trace on everyone. That kind of takes up the rest of my key points. But I will do that. Do you want to go in stealthily?
Well, I don't want to drag my axe up these stairs. Thud, thud, thud.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace for the next hour, and we'll go up stealthily.
I like the sneaky.
In the sneaky boys.
Sneaky of the sneakiest.
Naturally.
Good guy. Oh, mind for me.
So 30.
So you guys are stealthily making your way up the stairs.
Plus 10, 14.
Still not great.
And then whatever your other stealth is too, I think.
Plus 2.
Oh, 628.
35.
24.
I'm a shadow boy.
I'm a sack of hammers being thrown downstairs.
Oh, I guess it's like already the train there. Trying to be in front.
With my logo.
I can't wait till level 4 so I can get a higher armor class. Stairs are too tall for Donna.
She's using her hands and climbing up.
Yeah. It's just all fours going up the stairs.
Green team down.
Green team.
As you guys make your way up the stairs, you can see through the darkness up above a set of candelabras situated next to a set of double doors. Set of large double doors and a pair of candelabras. I just can't see shit. See that, Justin? See
You know what?
it?
I'm looking at a tile on a cinder block and I'm just picturing it right now.
Fucking amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you're doing great too. Yeah, well, at least you get a whole other side. I've been looking at the same side. Oh, there it is. You know what? I'm just gonna watch the stream on my phone.
There you go. Now you got a big style. So that said,
Oh, hey.
you can see up the way here to a set of double doors situated at the top of the long stairwell. And
It's always an end.
oh yeah,
If it's not an end, it's a but. And more stairs.
do that.
And more space.
And that's the stairs there.
Yeah, I see where that's going.
Oh, yeah, and then this part here is crumbling up top. Because
Oh, yeah, by the way.
from the roof.
Zombies and a bunch of books fell from above.
It's about 50-ish feet.
Oh,
high.
this is the gap, eh?
Yeah.
This would continue over, in fact. And you know what?
Well, you guys
There's a hole.
Who's gonna build this multi? Yeah, there it is.
Jesus.
We go
It's
ahead.
a dirty
Just
brick.
a little bit. Oh shit.
Did you finish off that joint?
Well, I mean, that was that,
Oh.
but then I brought that. Yeah, yeah. See where this is going. Yeah. Wunderbar. So where's the gap that things fell through? Cool. I can see even less of the far side now.
I know. Now you're really
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't even see anything over there.
Where
No,
did
that's
I
what
go?
she was for. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Use the camera.
I'll have you know this is an amazing set. It's totally perfect.
For the DM.
That's right. I fucking love it. I think it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, isn't it just like no?
I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional.
Didn't
Yeah.
your mother tell you not to touch it too much?
Listen to
That's how you go blind.
That's Touche.
How much money was in that, by the way?
768 gold. Sorry, go ahead.
768 gold, 300.
300.
Yeah,
just 300 silver.
Oh, 300 silver.
And like 48
40
copper.
gold. Or 40 copper. 40 copper.
Cool.
Ish. You can get really. No, I can't apparently. Yeah, that sucks. That's not balls. You know what? That's right.
Effort was made.
My mom's proud of me. That's what matters.
How is your mom?
She's good. She was impressed with me. Something.
Cool.
What?
She was impressed with me. So is that. It's good suit.
So she tried it?
No. Oh, kidding. Okay, you know.
I gotta make that again.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you do. And I should probably like triple up the recipe so I can give you more. I just need to find the time to fucking make it. It's like a all-day affair.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
throw
mom
it in
did it
the crock
so
pot.
fast I never noticed.
Yeah. I think that's, because you had a controller locked into your grip at all times.
Hey, you were there at the time with me.
Well, yeah. Oh, I did the whole RetroPie thing on my Raspberry.
Did you?
And I got like Mega Man 3 and Super Mario and a bunch of other random fucking retro. Anything that's 10 years old or older, I can.
You ever gonna play any of them?
I played Mario World for a little bit, and then I got caught up in Call of Duty.
Oh, there you go. Right, so, as we were, we've got a floor up top.
Mhm.
That said, though, the way beckons forth as you look upon your path.
I'm gonna walk up and take a peek in the store.
Yeah, I think that's not supposed to go.
As you make your way towards it, the large set of double doors, massive in stature and authority. You can see gold trimming at the edges.
This must be a Michael Bay movie because it's just fucking jumping around
Shaky
everywhere. You
camera.
can't make sense of nothing. Quick shot, quick shot.
Careful, you all set everything on fire. It'll really be a Michael Bay epic.
Transformers.
And fireball. Great. Jeremy, make this Michael name. You approach this door, and to your left, you can see the stairwell going upwards, and almost immediately you're struck by the sight of the. Sorry, I don't actually have anything to depict it well enough, really, but the rows on rows of shelves that you see. They tower in the chamber above you.
Oh, in this room right here.
But you can see them stretching away.
What's the library or what?
Yeah, very much library. They reach up yawn high. The whole of this area, you can see the up through here. You can see it spread away, and you can see the ceiling's probably about that high.
Yeah.
What was that, 15 feet?
Yeah.
20 feet. And so looking over again towards the door, as I said, you can see it's gold trimmed at the edges. It's got steel bands across it, heavy oaken slabs that are bolted to those iron bands, and you can see golden handles. There's a robust lock built into it with a metal strike plate holding the latch secure, and you can see the latch, as it were, is an iron bar that you can see pieces of through the slabs of wood. So if you want to
Kind of like similar to that, like the door below.
yeah,
Exactly
right.
So you can break this one, you guys.
You can see again the iron bar situated on the other side, and you can see the depictions of horses actually on there.
Horses.
So the door itself doesn't have any other markings,
Okay.
and then it just has, like I say, the locking mechanisms. There's just a keyhole and a pair of rings.
Can't hold those things in, man.
Not gonna be able to use my darts to open this one. I don't
Grenade.
No.
Big grenade. Might bring down the wall.
Blow the door open.
There's always a grenade.
Can you put your ear to that door and see if you can hear anything on the other side?
I will check when the person who can tell me the answer to that is back.
Yeah. I just.
Or we need horses to pull the door off the wall.
Well, like maybe you can inspect to see if those horses, like maybe their heads move or something.
Yeah.
Kind of combination.
Maybe. Alright. I would like to... Can I inspect the door further? Do I notice anything about these horses? Like, does it seem like it's a mechanism to open the door somehow?
I mean, the iron bar is clearly the mechanism,
lock,
so to speak.
Okay. The horses don't move at all, they're just...
No, they
Yeah,
look like
like-
nicely edged horses, stylized slightly.
Okay, cool.
Carved in there.
Can I hear anything on the other side if I press up to it?
No, you do not.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
What do you guys think? You guys are all situated, as you can tell, down by the bottom of the stairs. And move up.
Well, I think I'm gonna come up those stairs with you, but I want to kind of keep an eye on. I want to be closer to the other set of stairs and see in case something's coming.
I don't know. I'll head towards the stairs leading up to the library.
Kind of going up. Zana's just in the middle.
Doing halfling stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Just like cooking us some food or something.
Yeah.
There we go.
Make him up.
She's got my shield, this big bag of coins,
Yeah.
a fork under one arm, like she's just loaded to the hilt, wheezing away.
Wow. I wish my throat was better. Although under all that weight, she still says, "For you, master."
He's such an ass kiss.
You are my strength. I don't know how we're gonna get in this door versus beating it up like last time.
We could get beat up enough until something pops out like last
Yeah.
time?
We can check out this other main room.
Nobody found a key, eh? You guys crashed through one door already and it caused problems?
Yeah, it's giant.
The
zombie
room
guy.
that we were just in fighting, we crashed that door open.
Yeah.
Oh. And then bad stuff happened behind you, so
Some
you
bad shit happened.
because you made a bunch of noise.
There's a lot of
Attention to
noise.
yourself.
It's stuck open.
Yeah, it's like it's welded and fused to the.
You can try and pick the lock again.
I could. Can I? You said it's just a giant bar.
You can.
I'm gonna try to pick this giant door with my my 92 darts.
It's gonna be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Does Donna's hand fit up in that keyhole?
Yeah, it's gonna be 3.
That's gotta be 3.
The other one's 17.
Oh.
And can I give him my inspiration?
I mean, yeah. But you'd have to reroll it, I guess.
Just one more reroll.
Sure.
At 20.
17. Plus anything?
As you unlatch it, the horses slide to the side, slide backwards, and you just see like there's etched on there more horses. Excuse me. The bar slides to the one side as the latch is opened, and the door pops open just slightly. You hear a bit of a rush of air.
I poke my head in,
As you do, you see inside.
and the blue skull torch just hovering above my head.
He lied. He said the horses looked like they were etched right in the door. He said,
They did move.
told you.
Oh, whatever. There you go. As you peer inside, you see a table, a stone circle on the ground, the camera panning against the scene to show. Do I have any other books actually?
And chests.
Bottles, a chest, and an old mug.
Stargate on the floor. Lock the chevrons.
Oh, handy. I wondered where there's one. That's one. You see a large book on the shelf at the back. Otherwise, a set of bottles, their contents long dehydrated. And another book, a simpler one situated on the table. There's the. There's a chair next to it, old and dust covered. And another one broken to the side in the corner of the room.
I'm relaying this back to everyone that I see in like a whispered voice. Guys, there's a table, and a book, and a chest, and some bottles.
enticing living?
Yeah.
Alright,
I don't know.
take a few steps in and see
I'm
what
gonna do that.
happens.
I'm gonna stealth in.
Real free.
Can you pop me in there? And I'll assess, see if there's any movement or any signs of life in there.
You don't see any.
Okay.
I didn't see any last time either. Vince got possessed.
Yeah, that's true.
I won't give possessed
when-
anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, send Vincent.
I'll say I think the coast is clear. You can come in, and I'll take a look at the bottles.
And I'll let
Let's
us
have a
be
look at the chest.
the stone pedestal
Okay.
or circle thing.
I'm taking the Stargate home.
I want the Stargate.
Me and MacGyver are gonna walk in these chevrons. Peace out.
I think of all the horse we could rob with it.
Just want to sharpen the free can real quick. There we are. That's better.
Jared can just stay outside.
That's fair. Jarek actually just hangs out. Point being though, is you guys are peering around and you're looking upon the circle and you can see sure as any Stargate might, there's chevron sigils, arcanic in origin and destination. As you're looking upon it, you easily recognize it's either a circle. Actually, you know what? Roll me arcanic. And meanwhile, Bulgo, looking over the same, can do the same. Ikusa was looking at the bottles to see that they were, as I said before, dehydrated of their contents.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them are. There's like a little bit of a muddy substance, red and effervescent as it might be, staining the bottom of one. Looks like it was definitely a healing potion that has just evaporated over time. None of them have cortis on them.
20 for my roll.
Nat 20. It is absolutely a gate circle etched into the floor here. As you're looking over the arcanic sigils, you can see that it was last set for Underhome, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
As you're reading over them, you're like, yep, material plane. You double check, you're like, yeah, 4 elements. That's adding up, crisscross, and yeah, this is material circle here, and you're going over it, and Bulgo kind of catches up as he's going along, and are you arcanically capable?
So I have stone.
I was gonna go for the chest.
Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure what you were after. Right, you actually positioned yourself there. Camera pans against the scene. Shows you off to the side as you're digging into the chest there. So the chest is unlocked. Opening it up inside, you find there's a pair of hand kegs, a tankard, and several wrapped bricks of what you recognize to be rations. There's a pair of folded shirts, a pair of folded breeches, and a tin with some quills in it. And what looks to be a sheathed, actually a pair of sheathed daggers.
Well, I turn to them and tell them I found our way out. This teleportation gate, they'll lead us back to Underworld.
Maybe there's something in that book that.
Despite all this, you actually don't see any easy way to activate it. But looking in the center of it, you see the. You see the activation. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. With a nat 20. Yeah, you can see the. Yeah, you can figure out how to turn it on.
I was just gonna say because I have stone cunning, and so when this thing's obviously made out of stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could
So
be
it
some
says,
stonework involved.
whenever I make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient in a history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check. So I got an 18.
All right, fair enough. It's definitely dwarven in origin, and it's probably carved here like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, cool.
It still works.
It's still good. It's still
No,
good.
we can send your halfling through first.
I like that idea.
From there, it's
You want this?
sorry, yeah. So you figured out how to turn out. It's basically like a spell scroll firing off.
Okay.
That said, you search through the chest. Who's doing what now?
I'm gonna look at the book, see if it says anything about the stones or the portal.
Okay.
Or the book that we're looking for.
Sorry, there's a big book situated on the counter at the back next to the tankard, and there's a little book situated on the table in the center next to the chair.
I go up and look at my hands. 15-year-old boy hands. And I pick up the smaller book.
Okay, as you do, it's a simple sort of journal book, and reading over it, it talks about. Sorry, I can't remember her name offhand here. It talks about the book of Maya, and it talks about.
I'm good. You go
I'm
nuts.
good.
God damn it.
I'm all set.
I'm all set.
Burns. Like 1,000 flames of Allah.
The first few lines of the book start out with a hymn, and then it carries on into talking about the Hearth Mother and her work in joining all dwarves together. And you kind of flip over. You've read these stories. You know these stories. These are part of the Morden Salmon's teachings in Scripture, and all dwarves. They hear a lot of these stories, folklore over the years, talking about how Maya brought different families together, and it like gives examples, kind of like our Bibles do. They just give examples over the history of this, that, and the other situation between various families. And so, flipping through it, it's providing a bunch of these bits and talking about how the Book of Maya explores these concepts as opposed to other more traditional explorations by other members of the Pantheon. With the exception of Dwyn, it says at random in the books as you're flipping through this thing, and you glance over towards the scripture of Maya sitting on the countertop, the massive ledger, the massive leather-bound scripture situated there next to the old tin cup. You look back at the book, and then you kind of do a double take as the rest of you look over slowly towards the large book sitting there, and realize that you're seeing one of the volumes of the Firelight sitting in the room with you.
How big is this book?
As many as you can. But specifically, this was book 3 by the daughter of by one of Moradin's daughters. And sorry,
How big is it?
the book is about 3 feet tall by 1.5 feet wide.
Can I mage hand it?
You absolutely can. It's sitting right there.
Alright.
Alright.
Cool book. Burn it. Yeah. Well,
It's got a stylized uterus on the cover.
So a bullhead.
Yeah.
Does it look like that portal's been used recently? Like anything's come or gone from there?
It's dust covered. You don't even feel any arcanic resonance off it. And actually, I'll mention that despite rolling a nat 20 and you're like, yeah, I know how to activate it.
Yeah.
There's still a tugging, nagging idea that can you actually activate it?
Okay, yeah.
You're not sure. But with that said, you guys hear rustling out through the door, and Jarek whispers, I think I hear the clankings of a soldier or two.
We're about below or above?
He just points upwards, above, to be certain. I think they heard us, whatever be guarding up top there. As if the floor caving in wasn't enough. He hefts the axe backwards and he ducks inside the room with you guys.
I wasn't good.
Well, you are now.
God damn it.
As he finds himself inside there, he slowly closes the door behind himself, peering out, and waits.
Alright. Maybe wrap up what we're doing here, get prepared.
Can I see if I can activate the portal as a escape route?
You look over towards it.
Get the stones out. See if like they do anything.
Put a Donald in there, fuck.
Yeah. She's the guinea pig.
Alright, yeah, I take the stones and kind of touch them to the portal. See if that kind of sparks anything.
Something sparkles in your hand as you hold it there and does nothing when it touches the portal. Nothing special.
Alright, it's like
Okay,
big
it's not
lead-in music and then nothing.
Nothing happens.
Just silence, maybe a cricket.
As you stare at it, shows you guys all in like a fisheye lens illuminated by the sphere. Nothing happening.
That is a great big thing to happen.
Jarek situates at the back with bated breath, waiting. All of you situated in the room with nothing happening. Is anybody taking the Book of Maya? You were taking the Book of Maya.
It's huge.
He mage handed it. Says that can you carry it with us with your mage hand?
It's like a 10-pound book.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said
I'm
it
gonna
was
say
3
yes.
feet by 1.5 feet.
Yeah, it's 3 feet by 1.5 feet.
How many pages?
Just double checking
Hold it
here.
for a minute.
Is it concentration?
No.
Oh, you just
Yeah,
like
1.5 feet.
Yeah.
I guess it's like it takes an action to like move it around and shit and control it. So you could just like
Okay, so it's 2 feet
you probably just have to
by
drop
about
it
a
and
foot
then
in width.
have combat.
So I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
It
Two
just says
feet
last
by a
one
foot.
duration
There we go.
until dismiss
Cool.
Okay. Sweet.
I had to establish the size of this book. It sounds like
It's still fucking thick and
Yeah.
10 pounds.
but it's not a whole desk worth.
It's a 5-pound book.
Okay.
Heavy purchase.
It's a hidden book.
It is.
Yeah.
You could,
Hit somebody
yeah.
in the head with that thing.
You could literally, like, as a projectile, that thing would, to be sure. All right, so
Okay.
that's it.
So there's nothing left in this room to kind of go through.
As your eyes gaze about, maybe not. I don't know. You need a chair.
Anybody check the chest?
Yes.
Yeah.
I took a tankard, 2 sheep daggers, and stuff and some rations. That's what I took out of the chest. They were covered up.
Can't have
No,
that.
they're Turkish military rations. You don't want them.
There was
Alright.
more in the chest than I
They
Say goat, but I say light goat.
Says street value on a roll of 3 ply these days.
So should we sneak into this upper room?
Jarek looks towards you as you suggest this, and then looks towards the rest of the party, and then looks back towards the door as he peers out slightly, and you guys can hear the jangle of armor ringing out.
Sound like
Tell
getting
us
closer
what
or
it's
just moving around?
Assuredly closer, and Jarek says so. It's coming closer, he says. And as he looks up, his eyes grow wide for a moment. He says, "Oh, God." He looks in towards you guys. It had the horns. Whatever it was, it had fucking horns.
Just gotta grab the bull by the horns.
He looks
Gotta
towards
get
you,
it.
and he looks back out, and he looks back towards you. Really? At a time like this, we'll grab the bull.
Yeah.
Grab the bull, huh?
I turn around, just like it's time to grab the bull by the horns.
He taps his axe up and grab the bull. He says.
Should we? What's everyone at for HP?
18 of 28.
Should we just
29.
do some healing before we
Yeah, you could just
open this nice door?
I can heal myself.
Do you have any healing potions on you?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I don't.
I think you had them all, and then we just kind of used them where we found them. But you have lay hands.
Yeah.
So I have 2 healing potions left. So I'll give them to you.
You can give me one.
Just one?
Oh,
okay,
shit.
So it's a 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
So
You don't
20
want
after 9.
I'm sure. 4
Okay.
plus 2.
I need 10.
That's cool. Okay, it's 10.
I need 10 as well.
I can use 10 on myself and 5 on you.
Okay. Do you want to like save some of that for like maybe in the fight? I think so. Or if we could like stealth around them.
But you just told him to grab the bull by the horn.
That is true.
Kind of want to see the halfling do it.
Ikusao is very eager to test his
I
capabilities.
kind of want to
We
see the
realize if we
halfling
get
do it.
into a fight right now, we might not be able to get it over with.
Oh, yeah, you'll get it over with.
Okay.
I know. I'm a professional.
Alright.
Sweet. Well, I can yeah.
What do you have again?
I have 14 out of 24. I need 10. So if you want to just give the rest of your lay hands, then we have the 2 potions.
Okay, I'll give you 5. I'll give me 5.
Alright.
That puts us both closer. Already split. Everybody else is good.
Yeah.
I'll give you 7. I'm taking 8.
Sweet.
Jarek looks out the doorway. Oh, it's not coming down here. What are we doing? Are we going upstairs?
I have 26.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Can you give me
I
7?
don't think we should fight in an enclosed room.
Yeah, let's sneak up and sneak into behind these shelves.
He walks over towards you and says, "Here, let me take the Book of Maya."
I guess you can't mage hand. Give it to Donna. She can carry it. If she can carry a shield, she can carry the book.
At the same time.
He shakes his head. "I'm not entrusting the bloody Book of the Morton Salmon to a bloody half."
I trust Donna more than you.
He looks towards you. "You're here because of me and our need for this. Don't forget that." And he flips it open for a moment and then shuts it real quick. "Now's not the time to be studying this." And he stows it away in his NPC inventory.
Just vanishes.
Totally.
Okay. Let's get going.
Okay. Camera pans against the lot of you as you look towards the door.
Up and away.
So
Surprise attack.
yeah, let's whereabouts can you said Jarek saw them?
Yeah. At the top of the stairs, he said.
So if we'll run into them if we take the stairs.
You can hear them chunking away. They sound heavily armored.
Yeah, let's maybe try to sneak up to the top of the stairs.
Throw me stealth.
17.
Terrific.
Wait. It's gonna be 22.
Like a ghost's fart, you waft up the stairs to reach the top and watch as this fellow turns the corner in his massive armored form with massive horns leading off his helmet.
It's not real cold, idiot.
As he walks away, you
Just
hear
a man.
Jarek looks out the doorway after Kusao, who's headed off, and simply looks back towards you and says, "It had fucking horns. Fucking horns."
Are you sure it wasn't a helmet?
I'm sure it wasn't a fucking hunk.
God damn, I guess I'm gonna. Well,
We all have pass without trace. You get plus 10 stuff.
we still have that?
Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Sure.
Let's still follow
So,
What the fuck?
17.
You deserve it.
You take your stealth
17?
and plus
And-
10 more.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is
So,
initiative?
no.
Stealth.
13.
Stealth, yeah.
I was gonna say. There you are with a 7. You had a 17.
17.
And you had a
24.
24. Perfect. You make your way up along Kusao as you bring up the rear. Surprisingly quiet. You appear in the frame, peering over the stairs at your quarry.
Is this a hallway?
This is very much an open chamber. As he finishes walking out of view, these reach up as tall as this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I were to really get fancy, which I won't be.
No, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to the roof.
Pretty much. Just think of them like really tall bookcases.
Yeah, it's like running around the library.
Yeah.
No yelling in the library.
Oh yeah.
We've got a shusher. Did you just shush me? Fuck, that's a good episode. Anybody else watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Sometimes
over the
Dennis's
lot.
character gets freaky, like that one. Where
Oh man, he's a total psycho.
Oh, I know.
He's a full-on
He
psychopath.
sits there and stares at the camera for like 2 hours straight. What was the other show they did? Where he's like a teacher.
God, I don't even know.
Fuck.
Some like substitute teacher movie kind
Psychology.
There you go.
of. Oh, deja vu.
So roof is this tall. There's your bookshelf.
Cool. I'm gonna stealth over.
Roll.
Alright,
Okay,
let's do
roll
this.
that.
Yeah.
Room yourself.
Okay.
Don't do us. Pray, buddy, pray.
EP bio.
28.
Psychopath in AP bio.
You leap past,
Yeah.
When
hurtling yourself as a shadow across with a
Question
flicker of the light.
Question rules. If I pass that trace, do I still add stealth?
But I was like, yeah, that's dense.
Yeah.
28. Okay.
Sure.
Continue.
Clearing the distance expertly, you land on the other side of the hall. The camera tracking your heroic endeavor.
Before I even like turn around, I'm just like hold my hand up. Let's go. Call you guys over, or just like
I'll just stay on the
yeah,
side.
like come up to the edge there.
I move up so I can have line of sight.
Okay.
And we do the cartoon scheme.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm below.
Blue skull torch, but it's actually on your guys' side.
When all else
You don't know
fails,
who's
use
holding
fear.
it.
You want to have high hopes there or what, eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, baby, come on.
Yes. Sick. Oh, HD. Beautiful.
Ass angle, though. Doesn't show shit. Ish.
Get some, yeah.
There we go. So we'll do this. This is a bookshelf.
But it's like semi-transparent because of where the camera
And
is.
super,
It should
and
be.
super tall.
There we go. We'll just take it the fuck out.
Like playing Sims games, all of a sudden the walls are
Yeah.
clear.
For perspective.
Everybody didn't need it right now. So point being, so you guys stack yourself in there, one after the next, making your ways. He continues to walk down
It was a little bit clearer.
the hall as.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jarek is gonna make his way up. Bolgo, what are you and Donna do?
Well, I've got a
You rolled
13 on the
16?
stealth up the stairs, so
Okay.
I tripped and fell on my face from one.
No, you're not. You're trying to be quiet. You're not necessarily so, but with him being as noisy as he is and you being so far away, is that a big deal?
Take off your shoes.
And Donna's holding your hip plates together to kind of keep you from rattling as much.
That's appropriate as hell. Yeah.
She's like, shh, master.
Watch the hands.
Quit shaking.
Just try and grab a feel of the
You need me to hold your balls, sir. They keep slamming around. They're just so big.
Thinking we'd break out some grenades.
Cradle my speed bag.
There is a hole somewhere.
Pardon?
There's a hole in the
You
floor.
cradled her.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Spartan.
We could just send him down, make him battle.
What we
the
do is
sea
we get you to go and Spartan kick him down.
Is he near the hole?
Just full body check him.
Yeah, we'll just blow up the floor, send him down, he fights the sea creature, and we just cruise on through. Boom.
We'll throw the grenade in front of him so he falls back
Yeah,
towards us. Maybe even into
just
the
hacking
hole.
the mechanics.
Everything sounds like a desperate labor thing every time I laugh or breathe or speak.
Just like a wheeze.
Oh,
like
it's
a cough.
retarded right now. I fucking hate it.
But you're not squeaking.
Ugh. I can do that though. Ugh, sucks. Anyway. So we've got a library. These, we'll say the pillars are like this. So the room has pillars. But they are not dispersed as you might expect, as it is depicted. By not a limited number of fucking pillars, apparently. Which is one. I have these ones too, but yeah. These ones are a little better, I guess, than the fucking precarious one.
They
So
didn't
maybe-
finish carving all the pillars. That was the one blame.
I know. I'm a total failure as a DM, a Twitch streamer, and what can I say? But thank you for entertaining this meager attempt. So, point being, you guys move yourselves into position with your stealth rolls being all in the fucking double digits and not over into 20s, because why the fuck not? Pass without his race. He is completely fucking clueless. Thinks that your rattling is his rattling, which is not, but he thinks so because he's undead and stupid, and it is what it is. As he makes his way up the walk here, you guys see down the hallway, and amidst the various shelves, you can hear as these guys lumber to and fro. The camera panning smoothly, for fuck's sake. Come on, fuck, dramatically and shit. Panning to show the forms walking, milling between the shelves as he tromps his way up the path.
Can we spot where the hole is if it's in this area?
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, you can see that the hole is right in here.
Oh, that's the whole. It's something. That's how big it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a cave in for the whole.
Creatures that fell earlier.
Yeah.
So that's,
All right.
Just at the edge of the wall.
I think maybe if we could try to like move up row by row.
I was just
roll
thinking
a
that, but I'm
grenade
not
in.
that lucky.
Yeah.
None of us are like rogues or.
We all have +10. So there's that.
Trying to pop something?
Yeah.
If they're like, because you can throw the grenades 60
Fucking
feet,
Kellogg's rice hip.
which is, I mean,
What if we attach the grenade to one of my crossbow bolts?
or it's on a
Explosive arrow.
send
Is
it
that
on
what
it.
you doing? Are you lighting the place on fire? I mean, I'm excited, but
No, we're talking
I
about
thought was
throwing
to
like
blow up
a.
the floor so
big
that it fell
grenade.
through.
I'm saying if we can't toss it far enough, we attach it to my crossbow.
oh,
Yeah, well we
Um,
can.
And make
I
a
can
bomb
still.
arrow.
I can get. I can
yeah, I'm
get
down with that.
close.
You get fired in an arc.
I can get closer and still throw it,
Yeah.
which makes it, and it goes. We can throw it 60 feet. And it does every creature within 20 feet of the grenade makes a DC 15, and if it hits, takes 5d6 piercing damage. And that's like every creature in 20
Yeah.
feet. So I can go up again, toss the grenade out.
That's how you're gonna toss it.
Sure, I'll use my grenade for this. Alright, I'm gonna try to move up to this one.
Okay.
Make
Yeah,
that
can we
stealth.
sell them that?
25.
Okay.
And then as I'm rolling by, I'm just gonna like roll the grenade like on the ground up to them.
Ooh.
Shit, what do I add to that?
Your decks.
For dex? 12. Just 12. It's rolling so good.
12, and you're trying to target who?
Just the
Never do
group.
it.
Yeah, I was trying to like roll it right in the middle of them. And just blast it. It like hits. It would hit all the creatures.
Grenades are a funny thing because they don't really tell you what you do if you
No,
miss.
yeah.
Hang on, give me 1 second, guys.
Can I try shooting it with my crossbow?
Oh yeah, if I just miss the creature in general, yeah.
I mean, if you miss a creature in general, though, it should do at least some.
No, you don't have to make an attack roll at all.
Oh.
You just throw it
Just
to a
throw
point
it.
60 feet away. I make dexterity checks. Wow. I'm rolling awesome. Oh, it's only the 3. Okay, one of them doesn't make it.
Okay, then the other two
It's
take
5
half damage.
It's 5d6
Come on with some D6s.
Do you want me to roll it digitally?
No, I want to roll dice. Shit, I've never run this many dice for this game before. 17.
17. Half of which is going to be 8 when it's rounded down.
Yeah.
But the 17 will take. No, it actually doesn't. Yeah, 22 if I'm not mistaken. And this guy's got. Okay. Where are you? Sorry, just double checking this. That's right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll it because I never fucking roll it. 8. 5 is 13. 8 and 8 is 16. 3 is. Sorry, and
5 is 21.
thank you. And then plus 9 would be 30. Wow, they've got a lot of hit points all of a sudden. Cool. So with that said, how much damage did you do there? Is 17 on 1.
Yeah.
17 of 30 actually. So awesome. Let me go over these real quick. As the other guy saved, and it was soldier takes half of that for 8, and the other zombie is going to take half of that for 8. As the grenade hurls away from your hand, everything seems to slow down for a moment as we watch your compatriots in the background watching it with bated breath, and then it shows these guys from the front as it, as you hurl it away. Shows these guys at the front. Let me see if I got a sound for this actually. I think if I throw this really high, I can go, well, sort of, as it tinks forward and then explodes outwards. Bits of shrapnel ting off in all directions, exploding away from where you're situated. Sort of.
Yeah.
It sounds like a machine gun.
Oh,
Anyway.
God.
That was this one. If you believe it. Pitch is funny.
So you just have like a soundboard next to
Yeah.
it?
As it goes off, delivering damage as such, the knight suddenly whirls about. Bits of his front facade completely exploded away. You can see oozing ichor slipping out from behind the mask of the helmet as his innards have been cooked and fried from the grenade exploding in his face. As the music kicks up, the camera pans against the lot of you guys as you kind of like Marvel pose. And initiative, if you could. Hey, who's out?
20.
Fuck's sakes, buddy. 13.
For Bogle. Red.
12.
And
18.
for Vinny. And your Dungeon Master goes on a 15 plus bonus. From there, it's over to Ikusal. Heroism, if you please.
I'm going to. The bull guy only has 30 hit points.
What's this, sorry?
The,
The zombies have 30 hit points.
oh, right. Does poison affect zombies? Do they immune? Would I know that?
You would know that the other guys are not hurt by.
Poison. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll just go.
You rolled 16.
I'll go for the green guy with the quarterstaff attack.
Rushing across the library, closing the distance on your quarry, you strike in true. He's got an 8 AC, so you fucking
25.
If you fell into him, you'd hurt him.
yeah, like really.
I guess they're zombies.
He takes your hit out of obligation.
9.
Sorry, 9?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. That guy hasn't been hit yet. I'm not gonna roll his. He's gonna have 22 hit points. Terrific stuff. You snick into him. A piece of his chest flies off. Like literally, you just cut like a swath out of him with both sides.
With a wooden weapon.
Seriously, you take a chunk out of soft, spongy spam-like flesh. Imagine like cooked fish, and you just hit it with a broom.
Yeah.
Use a spoon.
It's just, it comes right off. Camera pans over to Vinny.
I have a bonus action. So.
Oh, fine, be that way. You watch as Vinny rushes in while you take your bonus action.
Well, I rolled a 1, so.
Terrific.
I missed.
As you
So you
punch
changed.
through the bookshelf, taking a point of damage, books fly away. As the camera pans against it, it shows a picture of a kung fu guy striking through like a brick. The art of
They're just
hours of
sprays out the other side.
With that said, Vinny closes the distance just behind.
Yeah, and I'll just like toss a dagger in the direction of that
Right
zombie.
on. Drive-by daggering as you hurtle the blade forth.
That's not gonna hit.
That's
not 3 to hit.
The camera pans against as your dagger strikes with a thunk into the bookshelf above where you punched through. But actually, it goes through the hole that he just punched through, and it stabs through the book on kung fu. Stabs through a book on knife throwing.
Mid-air.
The camera pans against Jarek's face as he rushes past Rin, leaps over his compatriot with a swing of the axe, and cleaves on through the zombie. It's so amazing. Moradin blesses him in the moment with awesomeness. He's gonna roll that D10 like a champion, getting 1 point of damage plus his bonus.
Good job, Jerry. I'm glad you're contributing.
I'm helping. So it's gonna be 5 points of damage total. He does on Greeny there, bringing him to 14. Camera pans over towards
than Jared right now.
the soldier in the background that turns around and rushes in towards. He raises and lowers the axe into your compatriot, who shoves out in pain as the absolute unit of the soldier does 3 + 2 for 5 necrotic damage to your friend Jarek.
I mean, are we friends?
The zombies slowly mulch their way wetly towards you guys. This one turns around and punches at Akusao with a meaty, fleshy 15 plus bonus. It slams at you for 4 bludgeoning damage. 4 damage, my man. From there, it's over to Bogol.
slap with a wet towel.
Yeah.
I'm still at the top of the stairs for some dorky reason, because a whole lot happened without me. I think I can run to
Fuck, sorry.
The edge of the bookshelf.
the edge of the bookshelf, but then do I have line of sight on the big soldier?
Yep.
Like I could throw something at him?
Yep.
Like a dagger?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, I thought you guys were all up by that bookshelf.
No. Apparently I was still upstairs.
As you were, though, you
Anyway,
throw away.
So I'm gonna throw.
He was giving his
God.
half quickie.
Damn it! No, that's a miss.
Alright. The dagger hurtles away, slamming into the same book on knife throwing.
It gets stuck to the door and then like another head.
2 daggers.
Camera pans against the on his face. Nice work, sir. And over to Ray.
Never throwing daggers.
Go back! Ever. I'm gonna leave it in the book. I'm not picking that up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bad knife.
Moved up a little bit.
I have 2 more.
Oh god.
Do you?
And then I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at second level by spending my sorcery points
Sounds good.
for a natural 20.
Wow. Okay, fine.
Oh, and your Witch Bolt. Holy fuck.
Jesus, yeah.
Maybe I'll pick that up, so I only have one. I also have the Dagger of Returning.
30 points of damage on the big
Is
guy.
that the one you
On
threw?
the big guy?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Your Witch Bolt just fucking hurtles out.
You don't need the other
As
one.
it strikes it.
Yeah, just put my hand up like this, like spirit bomb style. And you just see it bolt. Or come and then go bolt. That's like oil.
He actually just pops inside his can. You guys watch as ichor and gore explode out from inside the armor as an electrical burst strikes into him at the end of a bolt. So basically, like you fire this thing out from above, it thumps into him and goes off like a tactical nuke. The whole of him smolders as the armor falls apart where it stands. I think I was gonna do some damage.
Nice.
I was like, I should. Whatever. Max out his hit points. Yeah, no, anyway. So, that guy drops, and the camera. That was you?
Yep.
The camera pans away from an expression of what?
I'd be pretty happy with that.
Expression pretty happy.
Satisfaction?
Satisfaction.
Cool.
My Tesla coil killed him.
Great. The great Tesla swings away from a tin can, collapsing.
I'm gonna. I'll take a quarter staff attack on the green guy. I'll
Alright.
crit on green.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, right on.
13.
13 points of damage.
No. Yeah, 13 points of damage.
That is on the green guy.
Yeah.
That's him. As you rush into your bow staff and crash it down upon his skull, it explodes inwards. Bits of it shower out to the side, spraying down the bookshelf. Jarek steps to the side of the geyser as it explodes past him, and he falls backwards, collapsing in a heap.
I step over his body and yank out the 2 daggers.
Okay, you do so. One after the next. They come out, and the camera pans over to Vinny once again.
I'm just gonna consume a healing potion.
Anyone who cares has some light reading?
I feel like I'm more of a hands-on
The motion goes down smooth.
Yeah, I got max on that.
Nice. From there, it's over to
Yeah.
Shirk. Looks over towards everybody, and then back towards the remaining zombies. At which point, he steps in and takes a wild backswing towards the vicious-looking one with an 18 plus bonus.
Thanks, Jim.
For 6 plus 3, brings him to 9 points of damage on that one. So 12 on this guy brings him to 29. I'm gonna mulligan that. He cleaves off its head, and it stumbles backwards a moment later. And with that, Jerk swings it to the one side, blood flying off it. The camera swings over to the remaining zombie that rushes forward, taking a swing at it. As it does, he just kind of like brings up the haft, pushing the thing to the side as it fails to hit him. And the camera pans over to Bulgo once again.
I want to play. I want to play, guys. I want to play. I don't think I can make that. I can't make it to him in one, can I?
If you really want
I
to.
can't move and attack.
I'm down with it.
Too far.
You can charge attack.
Okay, I'm gonna charge two-handed with my axe then.
Sounds good. Close the distance, screaming all the way.
Yeah, with a 1. 9.
Yep, hits.
Shit. For 6 points of damage.
You roll up on him like a locomotive, smashing through him as hard as you can without striking Jarek. You take out a large chunk of the thing's torso, its arm goes flying and bluntly slaps against the bookshelves. You look towards it, wavering back and forth. The camera pans over towards Adana, who goes like this, and she's holding up a 9.0 card. And then she runs in towards where Vince stands and takes cover alongside you. Camera pans to Ren.
Alright, I'm gonna use Firebolt.
Actually, sorry, she's gonna double move. Getting to where behind Jarek is.
I'm gonna use Firebolt on the last zombie there. Obviously 18 hits.
Yep.
For
Just barely, though. Just barely.
2 points of fire damage.
High roller.
Yeah. The Witch Bolt took a lot out of me.
Sorry, 4 damage? 2 damage.
2 fire damage.
You were charging it up.
Just going for the minimum,
Small
right?
step.
It's like,
God damn it, guys. I'm still in this. AQ's out once again. An expression of what on your face this time? As you were, sir.
I swear he's gonna.
Just gonna throw the dagger. For that's probably 13.
Or damage
For 3 damage. Would I take bonus on that?
What do you mean? You take a dexterity bonus on that.
Oh, plus 6 damage.
Why are we? That's not the soldier, though, right?
No, that's right.
Yeah, 14.
So this guy was at 8 when I started adding to him. So 22 minus 8 brings him back to 16, yeah. Unless it was this guy down here, which had 8 damage, in which case he's still dead. So good talk. No, he had 30 up. So he's up to 22.
Cool.
I'm glad we went over all this.
It was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey man, are you doing good? Feeling good?
Sorry, what were you saying this to?
You look kind of beat up. You sure you're alright?
You're saying this to Jarek?
No, I'm saying this to the zombie.
Oh.
The zombie's fucking around. That's my
Alright,
turn. I threw the dagger.
At you. Camera pans against Akus out for a moment. The zombie for another. They make a connection. Then Vinny.
Alright, I'll move up and I'll take an attack as well. That's nothing in bad.
Yeah, that'll
You
do.
just still want to do the math.
14 damage.
She dead.
I'm gonna want to use a commander strike and allow Bogle to make an attack as well.
Oh hell!
Let's
It's already
see
dead.
Is it dead?
No, you killed it with the first hit.
Oh, okay.
You can just stack onto the damage.
Yeah.
Just make sure it doesn't come back.
Nothing was said, so I was just gonna continue that. That's all.
I just jump on its head while it's down here.
You absolutely
Just a sword stone thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just take the head off. Kick it away.
Into the hole. Kick it into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kick the
Just
heads.
put the bodies down the hole.
We'll see unless the water floods high enough.
Oh yeah, how is the water? Is it flooded more now, or?
Well, that was
Oh yeah, we can.
that was
Peek
2 fights, so they're like about a minute.
Yeah, it's true. They're not long.
But I mean, we spent some time in the.
You guys did,
the
actually,
rooms
yeah.
too. Yeah.
So
From where
maybe
we
it's
were,
been
like,
10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 minutes tops.
Alright, I'm gonna peer down the hole here to see if the water level's risen. That you'll
It,
see
It's definitely risen, but it hasn't reached over the edge yet.
over the edge.
It's not like moving quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That said, though, here you sit in the din of this place. It's dimly lit with little pinpoint crystals situated in the sides of the place. that emit a funny sort of no. We're gonna go with
I want to. I go around.
You got like a ruby red in there or some shit?
I pick up
There we
the
are.
bull horns and I just like hand them to Vince or Bogle. I'm just like, remember to grab the bull by the horns.
Jarek shakes
Put
his
these on
head.
your helmet or something.
With the dagger, I'm not so great at throwing.
So Jarek looks around the place as he walks past you. He kind of gives his head a shake as he gives a smirk. No, that's not. No.
Do either of you guys want these bull horns?
No.
Yeah, is it like a plate helmet? Or?
I think it might be like, just, like the. You said, you said he like crumbled away. Is his like armor still there? Or?
Yeah, no, basically, like, you exploded him inside his armor, and the rest of him just crumbled in on
Like a
itself.
microwave.
Yeah. If you cooked a pizza pop with a grenade in a box, I guess. Not sure how that would fucking taste like, but sure. I'm down.
Shit.
This is why they don't let me talk to
magic.
Anyone want like a horned helm?
It would be pretty badass.
Clean it first.
Just blow off all the dust.
Taking
This is
corner
why
and
my
this
little
one.
practically magic back at the house.
So, Jarek walks past the lot of you, and he looks back towards there actually, and just to illustrate, there was the one bookshelf there, but moreover, there was a wall stretched across there and a door that you would have seen.
We could have just like snuck around the shelf and fucked off and looked at this.
Yeah. Could have just like.
Yeah, all this could have not happened.
Wouldn't have had a bull's horn.
That's true though.
I mean, really, you could just be like Dungeons and Dragons, the game where I set up a tailor shop in Waterdeep and never put myself in danger. Hey, Justin, today was one customer. Literally, one customer. What do you do? I tell him to fuck off. Come on, you do this every session. I tell this one to fuck off too.
Oh my god.
You said this was all living on this, right?
Yeah, I have a dream. And you're crushing it.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm gonna drive you to. He says, well, fuck you too, man.
Go back to reading my newspaper. The Marlboro Times here. Coronavirus. Shortage on burlap.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Right.
That's great.
Anyway. Good talk.
So we're gonna throw this here. There's a walled off section. Oh my god.
Is this the door that you're talking about with more jewels in it?
No, it's actually a. Rin can see it from where he's situated. It's a pretty simple looking door. And like I said, there's a bookshelf there. Other than that, Jared makes his way down the hall, looking around as he do. The camera pans against him as he wanders all the way down to the end. And he looks over to the left and he just stops. And he walks forward and disappears around the corner.
Can I run after him? I want to run after this guy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna steal the book.
Oh yeah, he's got the book.
I'm gonna take. Can I do a dash?
Yeah, of course.
How much is the dash action?
Doubles.
Is it double? Fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna go kill this guy. And then I'm gonna.
Just sneak up, stab in the back, and grab it.
I'll move forward somewhere around here.
I'm check.
Alright, so you run in after him?
Yeah.
Clown. So I'm gonna use my. Oh, it's going to the portal. I'm gonna use my 3-section quarterstaff and like swing it like a whip. So the last 2 sections like catch his ankle. I want to like trip him and stop him. 15.
Oh shit, that's something down.
He's not gonna like you.
Yeah, what if he's not doing
What if he's not fucking around and you just suddenly like totally?
Well, I didn't see this before he turned the corner. I didn't know what he was doing. I thought he was running away with their books.
Yeah, I get the intention. I thought so too. Maybe the whole
Yes, he does have a 17 AC. So
Oh fuck.
as you come rushing in, he whips around, billowing robes open up, and he's got his half plate, or no, sorry, he's got field plate, plus 2 weapon specialization. But when as he quickly grabs a hold of your weapon out of midair, and he says, "Look at it!" As he just makes one gesture towards the massive statue that stands behind the scribe of the Morton Salmon. And there's a single bookshelf situated as the camera pans in close, situated over a strange sphere of reflective surface. Crystal structures situated all around it, scintillating light dancing within it, illuminating the shelf, upon which sits a mere 2 books. One, a small, hard, wooden-covered individual piece nestled up against a large leather-bound volume.
Do I recognize these books at all?
Nope. They're definitely,
They're like same size as.
no, they're not. They're fanciful in their appearance. And Jarek simply says, "They're not a match set, you see." He walks forward towards the books.
I apologize for tripping him. I don't know what you're doing with the book. I thought you ran away.
He stops for a moment, looks back towards you, and then gives a shake of his head. And as he moves forward towards the shelf, he grabs a hold of the. He actually walks to the edge of the reflective surface and he looks down towards it. If anybody else cares to close the distance on this, they can.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Are you doing the thing over there?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I go check the door.
Angling in towards it, the door is locked. It has a hook next to it where you can see the outline of a key against the wall, oddly enough, but there's no key there.
Alright.
What?
Well, then
What do you
I
do
have
with
it.
it?
I also want to say there's a map
There's
here.
a map.
There's a mat.
Oh, yeah. Can I check on
Does it
the
say
map?
welcome?
Yes, it does. In Dwarven.
I understand.
And it says,
You just wipe your feet and they don't even know.
Looks like something from
Should
Soviet
I
Russia.
check underneath the map?
you can.
So, I'll pull the map back, see if there's anything under there.
There's not.
There's not. Okay. Dark.
There's no hide a key rock nearby.
Yes. Pointing up is you don't see any way of unlocking the door easily. It does have the keyhole directly mounted against the strike plate in the door. So, other than that, he walks over towards the reflective surface. And what is everybody else doing? Anything specific? No? Okay, he just goes up towards the arcanic circle, the reflective circle surrounding the bookshelf and looking down at his reflection in it. He looks across at the books and he closes his eyes and steps out on the circle. And as he steps down, you guys watch like there's a ripple, water-like around his foot, but no water really moves or is disheveled. And he opens his eyes and looks down and says, reaches out, grabs a hold of the leather-bound unit and picks it up. Manual cord. So, it exists. What is this one? And he grabs a hold of the next, the wooden covered one. And as he picks it up and looks it over, he says, I recognize it. Sigils on here. They are ancient. Such old script to me. Brings it forward, and anybody can roll history on this if they like, as he says, this is the manuscript of Rula.
15.
You recognize that name. She's the Watcher of the Night, Guardian of the Dead, as it were. It's the Book of the Dead, is what he's holding there. Or the Book of the Dead of the Firelight. And as he holds the wooden book in one hand and the leather-bound one, like fucking the Ten Commandments here. And he looks upon you guys and he says, 3 this day that we have found volumes of the Firelight. 3 in one journey alone.
3 total.
And he looks towards you and says, surely with Maya's book, we now have 3 more of the Firelight. That brings our collection in the city to 6. Fabulous. And the camera crosses across all of you guys as he walks past you, holding the books, and he collects them together and he puts his backpack down on the ground and he slowly shoves them in there and hefts them up. The camera pans against all the corpses in the chamber and shows a key hanging off one of the belts of the corpses. And the camera pans against you guys as the camera cuts to black.
I see a key.
Credits roll and there's a montage of you guys finding the key, trying it in the lock. The lock opens up. You guys peer inside. It's an old storage room. You guys find in there a bunch of random bric-a-brac, old chairs, tables covered in cloth, old parchmenture that has it's got you find the building plans for this place, as well as contracts and ledgers that document the costs in constructing it. However, you find
Probably wasn't a cheap
hey?
place.
The building plans would be good to see.
You can throw me an investigation check because you originally had the interest in this room.
Investigation.
I'm assuming we're gonna try and long run
20.
Fantastic. You find a weapons crate situated at the back of the place, leaning up against the wall and situated between a supply closet that actually has a bunch of vials that you guys recognize as cleaning materials.
If we long rest, that water will come up even more.
But as you pull the weapons crate out and open it up, inside you find a pair of long swords and a pair of short swords.
Everybody up.
Each of them has dwarven etchings along the edges, and on the hilt it simply says +1.
Nice.
It's a magic one.
So a couple swords and then a magic sword?
All 4 of them.
There are 4 swords.
Who wants them?
Okay, pair of short swords.
So there's a
longs.
pair of long swords, pair of short swords.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
2
each of
shorts,
them
2
+1.
longs. +1s.
All of them?
All.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Probably
Take
get
them.
Well, we should probably get them looked at and see if they're magical. That
We can sell them.
No, he was just looking them over. They're clearly magical. They've got arcane sigils across them that spell out +1 magic.
Mm.
Yeah, we got a little enemy here.
I'm just gonna search up.
For real, eh?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
Weevil?
bug there.
I'm assuming the longsword's a two-handed weapon and the short.
Longsword's single.
Oh, it's still single.
Yeah, it's just not light. So you can actually weld a longsword and a short sword.
What's the roll on those guys? You know that?
I think
Short sword is finesse, so you can use dex or strength. Long sword is strength only. Rapier is actually strength or dex.
Finesse.
Long sword is a D8. Short sword's a D6. Rapier is also a D6. Randomly enough.
I'll take a short sword.
You do so.
Why not both?
Well, my strength is pretty shit on a long sword, so
There's 2 short swords.
can I dual wield?
Everybody can dual wield, yes.
Oh, okay. And then do you get 2 attacks when you do dual wield?
You use your bonus action as your offhand strike.
Oh, okay, you do an offhand, right?
Yep. You can also do it with a hand crossbow.
Right. Oh, okay. Does anyone need short swords?
I don't need it.
Do you want a long sword?
I don't know if it's any better than my battle axe.
Oh, true.
You know what? You also find hanging on the wall a hand crossbow.
Alright, take the hand crossbow.
Those are expensive. Just for the record, they're 70 gold or 75 gold.
Alright. I mean, I'd take a short sword just to have it.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, by all means. However saw. Or there's 4 swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to keep track of who's grabbing what. So I'll take a short.
You grabbed a short. You grabbed a short or you grabbed a long?
Yeah, I took a short.
So the 2 shorts are gone. There's 2 longs left. You don't want it?
Neither one of you want either of these swords.
No. He's got a +1 axe already.
Well, so do I, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to take a fucking weapon.
Well, I'd be down for 2 short swords, because then I can dual wield short swords.
I could dual wield long swords. Should be fun. Fine, then you take the shorts, I'll take the longs.
Cool.
You're a dwarf, though.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm just saying, you can still do it. It counts differently if you're a small creature.
I'm a mountain dwarf paladin, whatever.
I can't remember what your size is. I think it's medium.
I thought we went through this.
Regardless. Montage passes by as it shows you guys grabbing the blades out of it. Camera pans against you guys as the last of the credits rolls past. And Liam, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What'd you prefer? What'd you least?
These things have names?
I really enjoyed it. I like the
Like
flow
custom
again,
map.
similar to the last one. I'm really enjoying the map layouts where it just kind of moves through it as you go. It kind of like builds onto it when you go through it. Honestly, I loved how I was rolling. I also kind of didn't like how I was rolling.
No shit. The
just
first half
fucking
sucked. The second half was
cruise
very good.
Yeah, but it was fun to just fucking destroy these creatures. That was great. Yeah, fun session.
Really? Justin, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What'd you prefer? What'd you least?
I like the flow of it all. There's no real stupid hangups, which have been known to happen in the past.
As opposed to smart hangups.
Well, exactly. Good fights. Nobody died. My angle sucks. I can't see what's going on over there. So next time I'm just gonna kind of sit and laugh.
Technically, just thinking about it, you guys could shuffle over and shit. Actually, you still wouldn't have. You can't see shit from over there.
Good play.
It's fine. Can't run anywhere. And I didn't really need anything. To be honest.
Right on.
Yeah. Good story in this one too. Lots of interesting points.
Jeremy, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What'd you prefer? What'd you least?
I like how the set style flowed into everything. We ended up going back up top here as well. I like casting my really overly powerful witch bolt that one time.
That was sweet, actually. That was surprising. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Grenade and then lightning.
From 0 to dead.
They're like, ah, crap.
Or no, you didn't even take him a little bit of damage, so that just pushed him right the fuck over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had no chance.
Yeah, so.
Wrecked up the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like the flow of everything. I don't think I really had anything bad to say this time around, so.
Cool. My man, Judah, what'd you get? What'd you like? What was these?
I really liked the map layout. It all came together really nicely. It was cool, but I didn't really like the spirits possessing.
That was fucking hard, eh? That was fucking scary, all that.
Yeah.
That was something I haven't seen before.
Nothing to hate.
Right on. I like that the challenge worked out well. I liked how deadly the ghosts were and that they didn't end up killing you guys. Is that what it kind of sucked, I guess? I liked how fast we settled up combat at the top here. I had a feeling, and sure as shit, everyone's dice rolls really worked out, actually. I liked how this played out down here. I thought about throwing a creature down there. I'm glad I didn't, because it would have dragged a bit of ass. I like how it looks as well. The map actually ends up looking really fucking slick. So, I mean, you know, as far as set pieces go, I gotta say that's not too shabby. That's in fact dead sexy. It makes sense as far as a layout goes. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you guys understand how this all works. Do you guys get how this library works?
Yeah, it's like this is like you could see down there from here, right?
Not when you do that.
Not when I killed it. Caused cave in.
Well, like this is walled off.
Oh, it's a wall. Okay.
Yeah, this is a
They're just
ceiling
pillars.
and walled off.
I see.
And these are pillars holding up the ceiling.
I don't understand the question then.
Like, do you understand the form and function of the rooms in this place?
Yeah.
Architecturally.
Architecturally speaking. Like, this is clearly the library.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, holding all the shelves of books.
Flood. There was a creature. We figured that out.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you guys actually never jumped in the water. I have no idea if there's anything in there. I'll say that there's the zombie floating around, but that thing's long dead. Scribing room in the back here. Research over here, and then storage, and then finally library and high profile.
Yeah. It is
And
like
then
it's
this kind of
all
like
really nice.
study area here, and another one down here, and then finally, of course, front foyer.
Yeah.
I got it. I saw it in my head. I figured that there was walls on both sides. And it's just like a great big
Just
long
one big
tunnel room.
cavern.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all more or less underground.
I kind of pictured it having like an art.
I could have put like grandiose windows on the one
yeah,
side instead of had like light filtering in and shit from
You
the
need a
other
second
side.
garage for all your props.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, imagination's a wonderful thing too.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, otherwise, map worked out and decorum worked, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed the story. Actually, I like how it's shaping out too. It's a good little direction, and it ties in with all the flux and everything, so it's working out. Right on, another fun session.
It's great.
Cool.
Sweet. How much for XP?
Oh, everybody takes another 600.
Oh shit. Wait till this after.
And if you like what you see, we stream every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. It's been my pleasure to be your Dungeon Master and Entertainer, and until next time, your 20s.
Yeah, just minutes.
I missed a couple sessions, so.
Yeah.
I do like this stream, dude. Yeah, I do.
Masters.